the American Midwest continues to deliver, and tonight it's the Iowa Speedway, a fantastic 7/8 mile short oval sat in the cornfields of Newton, Iowa. 200 laps around here is what's coming up for the 8th race of the Outlaws Sim Series Cup season, all of which is now on Pit Stop TV. Good evening all, and welcome to the virtual Iowa Speedway. Ed Shearer is alongside myself on the call this evening, and Ed, this is one of the few short tracks on the NASCAR circuit that is synonymous with multi-grooved racing. What are the advantages, and therefore disadvantages, of each lane here at Iowa?
Yeah, Emerson, we're here at the beautiful Iowa Speedway, and definitely the advantages of being on the bottom is preserving tire wear, as a lot of these drivers I've been noticing in practice have been consistently running either the middle lane to the bottom lane. You could definitely, like you said, use the top lane in consideration to make passes, but it definitely will observe your tire wear a lot more often, but it definitely might be faster to run either the bottom or the middle lane, but definitely going to see a lot of multi-groove action here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of multi-groove action is on the docket for tonight. Again, it's a track that is beautiful. It's progressively banked. Let's go ahead and take a look at the track map as we speak about it anyway. You can see again the four corners. It has a similar shape to that of Richmond Raceway, and of course that was the plan, kind of to be a sister track of the Richmond Raceway. Then it was called the Richmond International Raceway. Now it's just Richmond Raceway. And again, beautiful D-shaped ovals, 3/4 mile in Richmond, Virginia, and here the 7/8 mile Newton, Iowa. They race pretty similar up until you get into the corner. That high side can be really advantageous. There's a bump there in turn one you want to avoid, especially with those left side tires. You can go a little higher than the bump, that'd be perfect, but more than likely gonna have to dart to the inside of that bump and then kind of ride up to that high side, or that middle lane just might be where you want to ride, or that bottom side. Nothing's wrong with just trying to get to the bottom side as well. That is, of course, just the lane that's synonymous with racing. The shortest way around, the quickest way around the track, therefore, is, well, we're going to find out that a little bit later. We can go ahead and take a look at the lap time to the left-hand side. Here you can see tonight the quickest cup time, time in the cup car set here at Iowa. It's actually virtually, of course, Michael Conti in the 2022 Chevrolet Camaro. Ran a 22.925. I'm going to be honest, I don't think we're going to get that quick. We are still about 8/10 off that. We're going to be running lap times closer to Xfinity Series lap times, like the Sean Powell time there in the Chevrolet Camaro, 23.532. The trucks are also the series that is, I guess, most known for racing here. They're that fastest lap set by Colin Keister, 21.666 in his Chevrolet Silverado. I'm sorry, these are iRacing lap times, by the way. I probably should have specified these are all iRacing lap times. Because sometimes it can be hard to find some lap times here at Iowa Speedway, because the Cup Series hasn't raced here. But that, Ed, again, progressive banking in these corners. The high side tends to kind of really be nice to the cars, but the bottom side might be the quick way around. You said the tires are going to be a huge factor tonight. That right front being preserved on that bottom side. And yeah, this track, it's a fun one.
Yeah, it is, Emerson. I mean, we're looking for some really action-packed racing here tonight. I feel like this being probably one of our better short track races that we had on the schedule. Iowa definitely contends for multi-lane racing, like Bristol. You can either run the top or the bottom at Bristol, but here you can run the top, the middle, or the third lane. In particular, we're going to see a lot more bottom lane action, I believe, than more on the top. Maybe the top for people that are on newer tires compared to people on old tires, maybe on restarts, but I definitely could see a lot of action here tonight. I'm definitely going to be watching people in turn 3 or 4 because, God forbid, we have green flag pit stops tonight. Getting on this pit road entry is very skeptical. It's really harder than people think. It comes at you quick right out of turn 4, but then you got to bottom out the car going onto the apron, which I've seen a lot of people practicing getting on the pit lane so far in practice, and a lot of people have been messing up their entries, either locking it up coming into pit road or just losing it on once they hit the apron coming onto pit road.
Yeah, there's been many a time pit entry there off of turn 4 has been very detrimental to some people's races, because by the time you get to that part of the tire run, you're really committed to that line. A lot of people are kind of fighting for the bottom at that part of a tire run, And that really, of course, bottom side of the track is where the bottom side of the track is where the pit entry is, of course. I paused there for a second because I was told by Adam Gardner that points leader Jonathan Jennings will not be here tonight, and that's huge. That's what we were going to get into next, was the point standings, and there it is. He only has a 26-point lead over Max Service, who's currently top of the practice charts. Ed, this could be huge.
Oh yeah, I definitely see this as a big night for Max Service. I mean, I don't know if he's been told the news that we have been yet, but I mean, if Max Service, as he's top of the charts right now currently in our practice session, I mean, if he has a night like he's had on the practice charts, I mean, we might see a points lead change tonight.
Right on. Let's get to the rest of the point standings as well. Another driver that could potentially benefit from Jonathan Jennings' absence tonight is third place in points, Seth Berger. I want to give a shout out to Seth Berger because he's third in points now, 51 points back to Jonathan Jennings. He was 34th in points after Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. He has absolutely skyrocketed through the point standings, and he has yet to put a win by his name as well. Could tonight be the night for Seth Berger? We're still also waiting on Joseph Kiozzi to get his first win of the season. He's 84 points back of Jonathan Jennings, and Andrew Pratt has definitely been the most impressive driver in my eyes so far this season. Fifth in the point standings now through 7 races, and he continues to stick up there right in the thick of it with a couple of championship contenders from last season. Jeremiah Stutzman there in 6th. He's 86 points back. Then we have a little bit of a gap down to Kevin Thompson. He took a wild ride last week down the back straightaway at the Chicagoland Speedway, tumbling over and over. He's 117 points back of Jonathan Jennings. Season 1 short track ace Greg Holt still has yet to visit victory lane this season. He is 123 points back there in the 8th position. He's also a driver that was down deep in the points after Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. He has rallied nicely as well, our season 2 champion. And James Gilley there in 9th, 130 points back. Seth Fitzpatrick rounds out the top 10 in points, 131 points back. But Ed, that cut line down by 16th gets really rowdy here in the second page.
Yeah, it does. We got Jacob Reeves in 11th in the 22 machine, and a very nice looking pace scheme I might add tonight. We got Scott Bailey in 12th in the 11 car, who's only about 12 points behind Jacob Reeves. We got, Doug Solms in 13th in the 67 car, with Andrew St. Cyr in the 14th spot, who I'm looking to have a great night tonight with Andrew. We have our Canadian Tire winner in the 82 of Adrian Schumacher in 15th. Randall Barnett rounds out in 16th. And Adam Gardner and John Mickey are the 2 drivers currently chasing Randall Barnett for that final 16th position.
Yeah, Randall Barnett holds that cut line spot. Adam Gardner, the first driver out, as Ed said, 189 points back in point lead. Jonathan Jennings, John Mickey, there at 194 back. Eric Peck in 198 back. And Brad Bothwell, who missed last week, unfortunately, due to passing in the family. He is here this week. He's 20th, 207 points back. We should see Bothwell try to make a rally here with showing up tonight. But that is the point standings heading into tonight's race. We still have the schedule to go through, and it's been a wild season, a wild start to the season at that. We're almost through the first third of the season, which we had Daytona with Joshua Lade Fox getting the win there. He's a part-time driver this season. Adrian Schumacher stole the show at Canadian Tire right from Joseph Kiozzi. Auto Club went to Jonathan Jennings along with Nashville Fairgrounds. Then it was Atlanta where Max Service came out of nowhere to win that one. He followed that up with a dominating performance at Indianapolis the following week, and Zoltan Herczeg finally showed up and put a win next to his name there at round number 7 at Chicagoland. Tonight, we're at Iowa. We'll have to see what happens tonight, but looking forward, we have the big, bad, fast Talladega Super Speedway coming up next Wednesday night. You won't want to miss that. Followed by the Bristol Dirt Track. Again, we're seeing a lot of it this week on iRacing. That's where the officials are at. That's where, of course, the real NASCAR Camping World Trucks and NASCAR Cup Series is at this weekend. NASCAR was at Bristol Dirt last night. That was a phenomenal show. Cannot wait for what goes on here for the Outlaws Sim Series Cup field at the dirt track at Bristol. Then we head to the Rock at round number 11, round out the first third of the schedule with Watkins Glendale at round number 12, Ed.
Yeah, and then 13th we go to Martinsville Again, another short track that's going to be a very, very climactic little circuit for these guys in the Outlaws Sim Series. Then we go to Indianapolis Raceway Park. One track that I don't know very much about, but should be a very interesting show. Then we go to Texas, which is going to be a very, very packed, a lot of pack racing, just basically like a super speedway, but it should be interesting. Then we go, as I say, pack racing, we go to High Racing Super Speedway, Route 16. Follow it up with New Hampshire and Michigan. Michigan, of course, being another one of those super speedway-like tracks. And then we go to Eldora, which, like you said, dirt racing. We don't know how exactly they're going to be on these cars, but should be a hell of a show for the fans. And then we round out, like we did in the first week, in the 20th week, to Daytona. And then we go somewhere new, Laguna Seca. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about these cars there either, but that should be a fun one. And then 22nd week, we go to Pocono, which you and me, Emerson, we drove that the other night. Hell of a show. These cars definitely put on a pretty fun spectacle for the fans. And then 23rd week, we go to Phoenix. And 24th week, we follow up with Charlotte.
And then that just leaves you 2 races left in the regular season. We head back to the Bristol Motor Speedway. This time, we've cleared all that dirt and clay. We just have the concrete base still there and left and ready to race at round number 25. Follow that up with another concrete track with the Nashville Super Speedway at round 26. And that would be the regular season. But look, there's still more racing to go. The playoffs start off with the Daytona Road Course at round number 27. Slap the Milwaukee Mile there in the middle of round number 1, and we end that round with the Charlotte Roval. Cannot wait for the double road course in round number 1. Again, a lot of drivers got to be on their toes if road racing is not their specialty. Then we look at round number 2. It's another chaotic round. We have the short track of Lakeland, Florida's USA International, Big Bad Talladega Super Speedway, and the track that's tagged as Too Tough to Tame, the Lady in Black at the Darlington Raceway for round number 2. Chaos the first couple rounds as we head into a little bit normal of a round number 3. I'd say we have Homestead, a normal-ish mile and a half. Then we have a super speedway at Atlanta at that point of the schedule. Then the tiny itty-bitty short track North Wilkesboro Legacy, the Legacy track that was restored and brought back for iRacing's sake, and we round out the season with the season finale at the Richmond Raceway. And again, you'll see a track similar of shape to Richmond here tonight with the Iowa Speedway. Cannot wait to see how that goes. I'm going to say I don't expect them to have similar racing styles, especially because the radius Richmond Raceway's corners are much tighter than this. But you can maybe get a feel for some short track racing with these Outlaws boys. 200 laps tonight is not all that long, so to speak. We do have 2 stages tonight. No cautions will be thrown for those stages, but stage points will be awarded to the top 10 drivers at the completion of lap 40 and the completion of lap 90. Again, the stages are 20% and 45% of the total race distance here for the Outlaws Sim Series. I do also want to go ahead and give a shout out to all of our partners here at Pit Stop TV. Quick shout out to Tucson Sound Art, Permanent Makeup, and Cryo on Main, Whiplash Media, and BAM Racing Videos. Of course, Whiplash Sim Cams is this beautiful camera pack created by Andrew Carnelli IV, and the graphics as well. All by Andrew Carnelli IV and all his amazing hard work that he does here at Pit Stop TV can't go unrecognized. And of course, if you want these cameras for yourself, just head over to whiplash-media.com or hit up Whiplash Media on our social media pages, or Pit Stop TV at that on our social media pages. And I guess that'd be a great time to plug our socials. Tonight we don't have social media coverage as the person who's usually out and about the track taking pictures for us, well, he's up here tonight. But at that, we still have our Facebook page, which is going strong. Facebook.com/PitStopTV, or Instagram at @pit_stop_TV, or Twitter at PitStopTV_, and our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PitStop/C/PitStopTV1. Our Twitch channel is twitch.pit_stop_TV. And of course, I also have to give a shout out tonight because not only is Andrew Carnelli IV responsible for putting on this show, or giving us all the resources to put on this show, he's also putting on a whole other show as we speak at this very moment. If you're not watching this specifically on the Pit Stop TV YouTube channel or Facebook page, you might not have noticed there is 2 streams going on right now at the exact same time that both started at the exact same time. We have tonight's round, of course, round number 8 of the Outlaws Sim Series Cup season here from the Iowa Speedway. And going on simultaneously, still here in the Midwest United States, is the IORL, or International Online Racing League IndyCar Series. They're up at the Michigan International Speedway with those Indy cars. Bad, fast speeds, a lot of pack racing. Can't wait to go back and see how that race ends up. But at the moment, Andrew Carnelli IV and Caleb Gladney are tackling that show as we speak. So I want to give a shout out to Andrew and Caleb, as they are pretty much the extension of the Pit Stop TV crew tonight. Working twice as hard tonight with what we've got here. Again, a huge shout out to Andrew and Caleb doing that show for IORL IndyCars at Michigan. But here we are tonight, back on track for Iowa, and Jason Miz has just gone top of the charts. That I know I sound really shocked. Jason Miz, I'm gonna be honest, I don't normally see him this high on the practice charts. That is huge. I might just have to talk to him here in a bit here, but we can take a look at the practice time so far. Jason Miz, top of the charts over Seth Berger and Max Service, a couple Swift Racing boys. Follow that up with another Performance Sim Sport driver, Greg Holt, Performance Sim Sport teammate to Jason Miz. Andrew St. Clair there in 5th, another Performance Sim Sport car there in 6th. B&G Motorsports showing well there in 7th and 9th. Kevin Thompson there in 8th. James Gilliard rounds out the top 10. I think Kazi just slapped it up there in 3rd. So it's going to be what looks like tonight, a Performance Sim Sport and Swift Racing duel, Ed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm as shocked with you as Jason Miz goes to the top of the charts, but I don't know really what to say because I'm a Giants fan. He's running the Cowboy scheme. It's going to be very interesting here. It's going to be very interesting. But yeah, like you said, I mean, going to be a team-on-team battle here tonight with the two boys in 1st and 3rd, and then Seth and Max in 2nd and 4th. I mean, I'm definitely looking at a team battle here tonight. It's going to be interesting.
Certainly enough, and a team battle is on deck for tonight. Last week, it can't be said enough that B&G Motorsports had a phenomenal showing, I think, at the right time for B&G Motorsports. Zoltan Hertzeg and Robert Gianni showed up last week in spectacular fashion, by the way. Very, very fast car from Zoltan Hertzeg, and Gianni was able to capitalize as well. But last week, Brad Bothwell had a passing in the family, and he wasn't able to show up. But it was Zoltan Hertzeg who was able to carry the torch for that team and bring home the checkered flag, and he's going to be standing by with Ed Shearer here in practice. Ed, he's headed your way.
Yeah, Zoltan, you got a copy, bud? It's up in the Pit Stop TV booth.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, buddy, coming off the big confidence booster last week, winning at Chicago, and I mean, that had been huge for you guys and your team. I understand with the tragic news with everything going on big there with the team and everything, but it had been huge coming with the win away there.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to get the win with everything going on, and then even just points-wise, it's been a rough start. So hopefully we can get on the right track now after that big confidence booster.
Yeah, like you said, definitely big in the points for you. I mean, I know you're probably going through a really rough battle here with the points. Is currently not really sitting much at the top 20. So tell us what your strategy is going on further in the rest of the season, hopefully to get some points and hopefully get in that top 20.
It's definitely just going to try to finish races. That was the biggest problem in the beginning. I was just getting wrecking myself and just not comfortable with the car. But now I feel a lot better with it. Now it's just all depends on setup and try to get something that I can run 200 laps in, you know, without wrecking. But tonight I don't know if we'll have the speed that we did last week, but I don't think it'll be terrible. I'm hoping we'll be able to learn throughout the race, make some in-race adjustments.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, you had to get adjusted with how this car handles on most tracks. I mean, last week you proved that you were just mad comfortable no matter what you're doing. I mean, you ran either lane at Chicago and you just dominated from there on out to get the win, and the first win on the season, first win of your career in the Outlaws Sim Series. And from what I noticed on the practice chart so far with you, it's been a lot of 1 to 3 lap runs from you. You just have that confidence with the long run, or are you just practicing for qualifying here, or are you just trying to get acquainted with how the track is with this car?
I'm just trying to get a good hot lap, just so I know exactly what's gonna be quick and what I should be trying to aim for, running lines and whatnot at that point.
Yeah, hopefully you and your teammates have a good night here tonight in Iowa. I mean, definitely going to be looking for you to definitely get exactly what you wanted from last week and hopefully go back to back here this week. I mean, the car looks great. I mean, paint scheme looks great as well, might I add, and everything. But yeah, you've got any shout outs? Get them out there now.
I got to give a big shout out to B&J Motorsports and like Brad, James, Robbie G, all great teammates working on these setups and everything. So definitely a shout out for them.
All right, Zoltan. Well, I appreciate you coming in the booth, talking with me and them for a little bit, and good luck tonight. And hopefully you can do exactly what you did last week and have a dominant night tonight. Good luck at qualifying, bud.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And that was driver of the number 39, Zoltan Hertzeg, joining us up here in the booth with Ed Shearer there. And again, last week's winner looking to go back-to-back. We've had 2 back-to-back winners already this season, along with Adrian Schumacher and Joshua Lane Fox, to go along with Zoltan Hertzeg's win last week at Chicagoland. Jonathan Jennings and Max Service are both the drivers who've gone back-to-back so far this season. But a driver I know who hasn't seen victory lane since the season opener last season has now really lit up the timing sheets here towards the end of practice. Jason Miz. Jason, what a flyer you put up there on the board. How are you feeling heading into tonight's race now, man?
I mean, as confident as I could for a practice time. I mean, I ran as the track got a little, more rubber on and cooled down and sped up some. So, I mean, car feels decent. Of course, you pull me up into the waiting room and then Greg's got to go out and beat that time, so. I was expecting to get dropped back down into my chat room. Oh, no interview.
Oh, well, we know Greg's fast and Steph's fast and Kazi and Max. But it's great to see you up here competing with your teammates and really showing that, at least here in practice, that you might be a force to be reckoned with tonight. Again, you got great teammates to lean on. Have they been helping you out, I guess, to get you to this point? Or has this kind of been just flying solo? What's it been like to get you to this point, preparing for tonight's race?
Oh, I can't do it without Greg and Kazi's help, Schroeder. Everybody on the team has their little part. I actually didn't even help with this setup this week. I woke up late, jumped into the practice room, and they already had this banger set up. I just happened to be able to take advantage of that this week.
Nonetheless, somebody's still got to drive that setup to put it up second on the charts. You said you kind of set that time as track was cooling down. There's some rubber on it. That being said, when this track kind of clears itself out here in about 100 seconds, what are you looking at for qualifying? What's going to be the best scenario for you to try to replicate this?
Well, just easy on the throttle. It's gonna practice. It's gonna be fast in qualifying too. I don't know if we'll be top of the board, but we'll be top 10.
That's what I like to hear, Jason. All right, rounding up practice here. We then look to the race. Last season, we ran a green race. No, never mind. We had an early yellow last season. But nonetheless, an almost entirely green flag race. I expect something pretty similar tonight for a 200-lapper. And that being said, it's not that long of a race. It's actually one of the shorter Outlaws races in terms of time. How you feeling about that as we just kind of got out of a slew of long races?
Oh, well, it'll be nice to just get in and just be able to get at it. I mean, it's still 200 laps, but with the trend at this track, you gotta get up there and stay there. And
fair enough. And we've already done 7 races here, and we got some wild cards coming up with Dega and Bristol Dirt. But at this point of the season, how would you say you've done so far, and what are you looking forward to coming up?
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to Daytona. Definitely not Bristol Dirt. And as far as this season's gone, I wish this was the first week. But these cars are different. Sometimes they're easy to drive, and sometimes they're a handful. And I just haven't been able to grip it as good as I'd like to. But working on it. It's a long season. We'll hopefully make some noise here.
Certainly. We're going to be wishing you the best as qualifying has now just ticked over here. We'll be sending you back down to your team, Jason. Best luck to you tonight. And yeah, hopefully we're talking to you a little bit later on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that is driver of the number 24, Jason Miz. Couple great interviews there. As practice winds down to a close, Ed, we are now well into Pratt, Tile, and Stone qualifying here for our Pratt, Tile, and Stone Pole Award. Again, Pratt, Tile, and Stone serving Central Vermont since 2005. And let's go ahead and look around the track and see who is out there for us to kind of take a look at. And, well, we have the 14 of Nate Aldrich out there. One of the first drivers to take to the track, clean track and all that. We'll see what he can do in that number 14 Carolina Panthers machine.
Yeah, I'm really looking to see how these guys will see how they manage their laps. I mean, each driver gets 3 laps to qualify, as most people know. So I'm really curious to see if they're going to do at least like 1 lap, maybe see how much they can get of a run off of turn 3 and 4. See how they exit off of 4, as we see Nate Aldridge coming up to take the line for his first lap, which is a 24.332, which is fastest so far. So let's see if he picks up any on the second lap. I'm really looking to see. I feel like most of these second laps are going to be faster, Emerson.
Sure. I can definitely see that. Who knows what we're going to see, because we do have 3 laps. We might see some weird strategies like we've seen in the past where people go hard in the first lap, reset the second lap, and do it again on lap number 3. James Gilliard has just gone ahead and put it top of the charts. Let's go ahead and look at that other performance sim sport car that we were looking at in practice. The number 3 of Greg Holt. He's out on the track there in his Lego My Ego machine.
Yeah, this is definitely one person we got to keep our eye on. Fastest in practice. I feel like he's going to have something for these boys.
And you see, even though these drivers are able to kind of tailor these setups to their liking and customize these gear ratios a little bit, well, the rear end ratio, which allows you to dictate what gear you put the car in, he is still in 4th gear. I find that very intriguing that he's decided to keep it in 4th gear when there is an option for 5th gear. Oh, he's gonna slide there.
Loose.
Huge. We'll see that his time holds at the top of the charts.
Yeah, just try to get way too much power underneath it too early, too soon. The rears just picked up and did not agree with how the car wanted to rotate the corner. So, but still a really fast lap from our leader in practice, and now our pole sitter currently in Greg Holt.
Alright, and Matthew Setzer rolling the center there off of turn number 4. Setzer crosses the start-finish line in his green number 5 machine. He'll put it 8th out of 9 times. But again, still 2 more laps for him to see what he can do out there. Let's go ahead and look around the track. Julio Villalobos has returned to Outlaws competition in his number 45 machine. Let's go and take a look at him.
As we see Julio running around turn 3 and 4 right now. Coming, I believe, is his out lap. Oh, his lap will be invalidated. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was his first lap, so he does still have the opportunity to reset and still get 2 more timed laps out of it, but that's unfortunate. How about Season 1 champion Seth Berger out on the racetrack? Again, he was fighting really hard with Zoltan Hertzeg, and he looked up. He looked like he had a chance to take his first win on the season at his home track last week, but ultimately came up short. Can he do it tonight? We'll have to see first what happens here in qualifying for the 77 as teammate Max Service goes second.
Well, I'm hoping they have the same setup in there and have the same confidence as each other, because his teammate just went second to the charts. But I was talking to Seth earlier, and he's definitely having a lot of confidence. I mean, with the consistent running he's had, as we see what he has here for this lap. Goes to 5th quickest so far on the charts, but he's definitely had a lot of confidence with the kind of runs he's had since Canadian Tire, and I feel like one of these races coming up on the schedule is definitely good play in favor for Seth. He's definitely been good at short tracks. He's been good on the intermediates. Definitely one's coming for him here soon.
We'll have to see just what that may be. How about the 31 of Brad Bothwell, who took most poles last season, still has yet to find the pole position this season in that number 31 machine. But here comes off of turn 4, Brad Bothwell qualifying king last year. He'll put it 14th on the charts so far. Really rolling that bottom. Yep.
Yeah, Brad's really running that bottom line very much. I've noticed a lot of these drivers, they're really trying to push as hard as I've ever seen them so far in practice. As you see, he gets loose up the track, slides it up a little bit. I think he's going to, he's just going to chalk this lap. Yep. Yeah, these guys are really pushing hard. I mean, I didn't see them push this hard in practice, so definitely they're trying to get all they possibly can out of their cars for this qualifying. I really think they think track position is going to be a major factor in how this race will end up.
Well, Max has gone ahead and finished his lap. Seth Berger has slapped it up third quickest. We still got some times out there. How about the 63 of Randall Barnett? He had an early exit at this track last season, looking to see if he can at least finish tonight. And what would help would be a nice little starting position so far for Randall Barnett.
Went a little slower that time.
Yeah. He'll stay 15th for now, but this is his third timed lap, and this either makes or breaks it for the 63.
Oh, he's pulling it in, actually.
Oh, he will not get a third timed lap.
Doesn't look like he was very comfortable with that car, to be honest with you. I mean, from what I've seen out of all the other drivers, they've had like the confidence to get back in the throttle, but it seemed like he was just doesn't know like how far he can push his car.
Strategy guru Jeremiah Stutzman out on the track. He'll slap it up 10th quickest with 2 more timed laps to go. Really getting down to the bottom. Looks like everybody in qualifying understands that the bottom way around the track is the fastest way around the track. But we'll see, is that top side maybe going to come in, especially if you're defending a position? Is the top side going to be what you want to do if you want to kind of take some load off the right front tire? We'll have to see what decisions are made in the race. Wow, 6th quickest.
Big jump. It looked like I thought he was going to be a little bit off. He got a little uncomfortable at the exit of 4. He had to catch it for a second, but definitely a great lap from Jeremiah Stutzman. I'm curious to see tonight. I haven't seen people do 2 tires at this track, but I mean, this man's amazing.
There he goes.
Oh, yep. You might as well just take it for the ride at this point. Yep.
And that'll be it for Jeremiah Stutzman's qualifying attempt. Let's see who else is out there. Eric Peck in number 16. I think these drivers are going to understand. If they wait a little bit, they'll get some TV time.
Yeah, probably. Either that or they're probably hoping the track maybe cools down a little bit too. I mean, the temperature right now is at 77 degrees at the track, so definitely cooling off a little bit. I remember before practicing it was at 79, so it's definitely cooling off a little bit. So maybe it's playing a factor for these guys at the setups and everything. See what maybe they can put down. But yeah, let's see what Eric Peck has here as he's coming off of his second lap here. A 24.053 that puts him 19th. See if he can make up anything more on the second lap here. Coming down the back straightaway, coming down to turn 3 and 4. Looked a little unsteady coming down there into the bottom. It looked like the car just didn't want to rotate for a second. Let's see what he goes here. Maybe he improves hopefully better. And about a little slower that time, so maybe the third lap's the charm. Let's see what happens here, Emerson.
And Zoltan Herczeg has gone ahead and pulled it off the track as well. A couple more. No, I think that's it. Just Eric Peck is last time we're waiting on here, and Peck has also pulled it off the track. A minute left in qualifying, and nobody else is taking to the track at this moment.
Very intrigued.
We will still wait. While we wait, we do have to do a quick graphics reset, so we'll flip on the B-roll for y'all here for a moment while we do that. And I will also say, I kind of want to recap last season's outing here to the Iowa Speedway. Last season we ran also we ran 190 laps, not 200. Landon Lacey came and joined us for that event, and he led 128 laps, but he did not win. That race win actually went to the driver. Well, I just called him the strategy guru, and I called him that for a reason. Jeremiah Stutzman really stretched it out in those long runs and was just able to last longer on fuel and tires, longer than anyone else. He outdid Landon Lacey. He led 43 laps and took his second win of the season last season here at the Iowa Speedway, and that's why I was really looking and optimistically at the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. We'll have to see what happens here as qualifying ticks over. That does mean that the driver who is on pole, who is the 3 of Greg Holt, will be our Pratt, Tile, and Stone Pole Award winner. And again, Pratt, Tile, and Stone serving Central Vermont since 2005. And Ed, I think it is time we head down track side and we get our starting lineup underway here. And here we go. Row number 1, it'll be, of course, the 3 of Greg Holt. And to his outside will be the 81 of Max Service. Row number 2, it'll be the 77 of Seth Berger, the 88 of Joseph Kiasi. Row number 3, it'll be the 21 of Kevin Thompson, the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. Row 4, it'll be the 12 of Andrew St. Cour, the 24 of Jason Miz. And in row number 5, it'll be the 33 of James Gilliard, the 22 of Jacob Reeves.
Yeah, in row 6, we got the 95 of Devin Smith with the Canadian Tire winner of Adrian Schumacher in 12th. Row 7, we got Scott Bailey in the 11 with last week's winner and definitely coming off of the big win, Zoltan Herseg in 14th. Row number 8, we got the 5 of Matthew Setzer and the 45 of Julio Villalobos. Row number 9, we got Randall Barnett along with Brad Bothwell and the 31 who's looking to come up with a big win here this week. And then row number 10, we got Seth Fitzpatrick with the amazing finish at Indy with Max Service, and then Eric Peck in 20th.
Row number 11 will be the 34 of Rob Gianni, and to his outside will be the 14 of Nathan Aldrich. Row 12 will find the 58 of Joshua Stroud, the 84 of Derek McMurtry. Back to the 13th row to be the 44 of David Molnix and the 69 of John Mickey. Row number 14, it'll be the 56 of Adam Gardner and the 96 of Matt Rogers. Row number 15, it'll be the 47 of Andrew Schroeder, the 67 of Doug Solms, and to round out the field will be the 37 of Joseph Fogg. And that is our 31-car grid as we get ready to do battle tonight here at the Iowa Speedway. These drivers are getting ready to roll on their 2 formation laps tonight. Again, it's a short track, and Harrison gives everybody on short tracks 2 pace laps to go ahead and get themselves ready to race tonight. And with that being said, we'll have the opportunity to go ahead and check the weather coming into tonight's race. How about it? It is 75 degrees. The air temperature, 77 degrees. The track temperature, winds gusting a little bit, 9 miles an hour or so out of the southeast. Ed, very cool track conditions on a multi-groove racetrack in a big field of cars. How are you feeling?
I'm kind of chilly, not going to lie. I had to pull a jacket out. But, yeah, I think this definitely plays in favor of these drivers. I mean, we're going to get in the later nights with the lights kicking on and definitely going to get darker out here, so I definitely would expect the temps to dry up a little bit, get a little bit cooler out there, so definitely going to be a handful for these drivers a little bit. Maybe they have their setups for hotter temps, maybe not, but definitely we'll see here as I believe we're getting ready to get to the green flag here next time by, I believe.
Yep, next time round it will be time to turn these boys loose. And with that, again, Max Service is looking to get his 3rd win of the season. Greg Holt looking to get his 1st on the Season 2 champion, starting from the pole position. And again, I called him the Season 1 short track ace, and that's because in a span of 6 races last season, Season 1 before the playoffs, there was 5 short tracks in the Kentucky Speedway, and Greg Holt won all 5 short tracks and led a lot of laps at that Kentucky Speedway race. So Greg Holt is pretty synonymous with outlaw short track. But with that, the iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane, and we'll hand the field over to the 3 of Greg Holt, and we are green from the cornfields of Iowa. Already you can see Seth Berger trying to get to the inside of Greg Holt, but it's going to be side by side with his Swift Racing teammate there. Back for the battle for 2nd position. Max will clear out to 2nd. Kazi now trying to make something happen there for 3rd, and it's getting really tight here at the front of the field.
Yeah, we got 3 wide action going on back here at the start-finish line with Jason Miz in the 95 going back at it with the 33, but the 33 laid back as he's back in again a 3 wide situation between Adrian Schumacher and the 22. I don't know how he's going to keep touching brakes. He's going to keep putting 3 wide as he finally finds a hole. He's going to defend the bottom lane here, hopefully finding off as we see our last week's winner, Zoltan Herseg with Adrian Schumacher running that top lane. We could try 3 wide here, hopefully on the exit. Hopefully don't get too tight. A little close there, but what I'm noticing a lot already, we talked about in the pre-race, Emerson, a lot of multi-groove already in the beginning from these drivers.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers are able to really keep those machines really powered up on that outside lane. They're able to kind of really battle these for these positions instead of having to give it up just because they don't have the inside lane or preferred lane going into the corner. We saw lap number 2, Max Service at the fastest lap, and he is tailing Greg Holt right now. Into turn number 1, Greg slides up the track. That allows Max to try to get to that bottom and rotate a little bit more.
Yeah, Max is definitely looking a lot comfortable running this bottom lane as Greg just looks like he's a little uneven in turn 1. It might have been a little bit of a slip up, but he's holding it down here on the bottom lane at 3 and 4 on the exit. He's starting to get a little bit single filed out, but what I'm noticing right now, Emerson, a lot of single file going on back here between the whole rest of the field. Then we go on back here to 11th. Zoltan Herseg has been rim riding the wall right now, both corners. Well, now he goes down to the middle lane. As soon as I say that, he jinxed me. But he's been rim riding both sides of the wall. Him and Adrian have been going up there, but Jeremiah Stutzman's also been running the bottom. But Zoltan Herseg is just literally riding this wall. I don't know if this is how the setup is working for him, but right now it looks like he's not leaving this top lane anytime soon.
And that might be what we have to see here. Herseg actually really powered by Schumacher there. He might get the wall. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. He powered by the 82, and he didn't get the wall.
No, I don't blame him at all. I mean, you definitely get better runs on the top lane from the bottom lane because the bottom you have to check up so much at the top. You can get back to the throttle faster than the people on the middle or the bottom. But I definitely like what I see so far from this 39 machine.
And I want to say, again, where I know Zoltan Herseg from is from at least this last season of Nork that we broadcasted here at Pit Stop TV. It was in the Xfinity Series cars. So those are big tire wear dependent, handling dependent vehicles. And Zoltan Herseg really shined on the long run. He might just know what he has to do. He's also putting in the 5th gear there on the front straightaway. He might just know what he has to do to keep the tires happy. Because I believe Nork did run here at the Iowa Speedway, and I believe he did put a nice little showing in. But again, he finished 2nd in that championship to Daniel Falkingham, who's really going to be a star. Daniel Falkingham is something else. Zoltan Herseg was the 2nd best, and again, really came in for those long runs.
84 spun around here in turn 3.
And it looks like that will be a yellow flag. We find Derek McMurtry stranded on the bottom side of the racetrack, and Zoltan was slowing down, so I'd imagine the caution flag might have been called for that incident. So, let's go ahead and try to figure out what just happened to the 84 of Derek McMurtry. Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Looks like a stack up here.
Yep. We're going to see it here on the replay, and I don't believe this even starts with him. I think he just kind of gets collected in somebody else's mess. Looks like the 58 up ahead.
Yeah, it looks like the 58
sideways.
had a moment coming off of turn 2 and just stacked up the field from back there.
Yeah, so he got sideways, and the 44 Molnix had nowhere to go. Ran into the back of the 58, and he was sideways across the track, and there was nowhere for the 84 to go. So let's try to see what happened to the 58 of Stroud. Let's try to ride on board here. See if we can figure out what happened. Just a little too much gas there.
Yeah, too early. I mean, these tires run not even 10 laps into a run yet, so these tires might not be all the way up to temp so far, but I mean, the cool temps, tires definitely would not get up to temp and might just overdrive your car a little bit. Might make the same mistakes like that, like the 58 did, but unfortunate for the 84 with absolutely nowhere to go.
Back to live coverage. We do have some takers in the back half of the field. Many drivers don't feel their tires have been worn out, but we do have Jacob Reeves in the pit box there, and a couple others head back there as well. Robert Gianni and, of course, Stroud and McMurtry involved in that accident. Doug Solm on the pit lane as well. Just a few people coming in here on this caution period. I'd imagine, I don't know what... the back end of Stroud's car looks pretty damaged, and McMurtry's front end looked very damaged. I don't know if we'll see McMurtry make a return to this race in any competitive form, but Stroud should be okay.
Yeah, the 84 made some solid contact with that inside wall front end, so it might give him a little bit of engine issues, but mainly the 58, I would say he definitely has some rear end, so maybe some aero issues maybe on the exit. But other than that, but when you were talking about Zoltan Hersey for a second, Emerson, Joseph Causey got around Max Service for second. So how that happened was Max Service was running the bottom lane, and I guess everyone was taking note of what I was talking about with Zoltan running the third lane. Causey, Seth, Kevin Thompson, and about 3 other cars behind them started to run that middle lane, trapping the guy on the bottom. And Joseph Causey was making really great time running that middle lane. So I would not be surprised when we go back green here to see a lot more people start running the second lane to get more passes done on the middle lane to get by the people on the bottom.
Intriguing factoid there of how Causey got around Max, and we know both of them really, but Joseph Causey's really smart. He knows what he's doing. He probably knew that maybe even coming into tonight's race, but he kind of studied what Max was doing and saw that he was going to maybe be able to take easier advantage than of that spot than others. We're going to watch the choices be made of lane choice here across your screen. You'll see the drivers furthest away from you electing the inside lane, the drivers closest to you electing the outside lane. The choices being made clearly there across the start-finish line. You're told to make it clear what lane you are choosing as you cross that start-finish line, and you are not allowed to change your lane after you cross that start-finish line. So that puts Performance Sim Sport teammates on the front row. Causey on the inside, Holt on the outside.
I believe we've just been told we're not going green yet. We're not going green yet. We're a little bit slow choosing back there, so we're extending the caution one more lap. But I will say I'm very surprised that Causey took the bottom lane. I am. I mean, I understand he probably thinks like getting close to the front will probably make it better for them, but I think it might not pan well for him in the end result because I feel like he wants to run that middle lane unless he can just get behind Greg or hopefully he gets a good restart and can get by him. But I could see probably the most people on the top definitely having the momentum getting on this restart. Is we not surprised Zoltan Hersey back there at 9th definitely chose the top, so probably would see him start making 3 wide moves, so we might want to keep our eye on that 39 on the restart here, Emerson.
Sure. Definitely. It was a wild start there that last time around. So we're now working lap 14 of 200. Once again, I want to remind you all, stage points will be awarded to the top 10 drivers at the completion of lap 40 and the completion of lap 90, regardless of session state. So, here we go. We head down the back straightaway this time. The pace car, the iRacing.com safety vehicle, will make that hard left-handed turn into the safety of pit lane as he comes off of turn number 4 right here. And the field will be back in the hands of the driver of the number 3, Greg Holt. We are green once again from Iowa. Max Service is powered by Joseph Causey because Causey was stuck on that inside lane. Max had what was done to him, what he just did to Joseph, and now he's looking to see if he can get to the outside of Greg Holt side by side potentially for the race lead. Holt drives it deep into the center of the corner. Max has nowhere to go but right behind Holt down the backstretch.
I want to restart for Greg Holt there. I mean, talk about laying it on the power. I mean, way to get on the gas. But like I said, Emerson, Joseph Causey, I mentioned it, starting on that bottom lane. I mean, you're just going to get overpowered by the people on the top. Max Service took advantage of that, started right behind Greg, and was able to get it going there. But we have a wicked mess back here. I believe this is 12th on back to, I don't know, maybe 20th. Matthew Setzer's hit the wall twice. This has been non-stop action back here between all these guys back here for position.
Oh, that's what you love to hear, don't you? You gotta go ahead and look at what's going on back here. This is a Schumacher and Gilead really going toe-to-toe. This is for the 12th position. And looks like we're just running pace laps back here. Everybody's still double wide. Nobody can clear one another. And again, the beauty of Iowa. No one lane is really dominant just yet.
Oh, that's beautiful. This just proves how much these Cup cars should really belong here with the multi-groove with this track. I mean, just imagine real life with these cars multi-lane. I mean, just seeing this is just exciting for the fans, and it definitely gets me excited for what this possibly could look like in the future for the sport.
Definitely. We need to advocate for this track to stay on the NASCAR schedule, and we need to get Cup here. So far right now, Kazi and Service are going at it once again for second. Hot on the trail of race leader Greg Holt.
I mean, talk about licking the stamp and send it. Causey just sent it into turn 1 and 2, making that bottom stick. He's going to try to do the same thing again, moving Max a little up the track. He's going to clear Max going into turn 3 and 4. He's going to try to slide up, maybe. Yep, he's going to slide up and clear Max. Max is going to fall back in line. So we got basically a battle 1 through 4 here just for the lead as Greg Holt is powering away going into turns 1 and 2.
Now, I know Kazi absolutely did send it. He did in the turn 1. I don't know how much Max really fought that battle. I know Max at the same time is also pretty smart. Well, he's going to fight back here anyway. I was going to say maybe just let Kazi by. And Kazi's actually going to get a run on his teammate here. Is he going to send it? He'll just let Greg kind of drive it into the corner, but he was piling on for pressure.
You just saw from that onboard, looking back from Greg Holt's car, how much of a run just a Causey built from running that middle lane in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 as he's going to go all the way to the top lane again. Just watch this run, chat, how far back Causey's going to get this run back. Oh, he had a moment there. He had to get out of it a little bit. He might look to the inside here. He definitely had the power going down, but just watch how much of a momentum run he gains compared to Greg Holt coming off of this top lane. I mean, unreal how fast he gets back to the throttle.
I want you to look at the top 5. Everybody in the top 5 was a race winner last season. Only one is a race winner this season.
Wow.
So who is going to break through? Or will Max just kind of take it back away from everybody and keep the wins to himself? We'll have to see, as we're only 24 laps in of this 200-lap race. And the strategy, again, is going to get pretty kooky here with everything the way it goes. That caution may play a huge factor. Don't want to remind you, Ed, but the early cautions do tend to have very late race consequences sometimes.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it, but I mean, these guys were very excited here in the beginning, so it's definitely making me a little worried how these guys are packing the heat so far. I mean, we got Causey definitely looking back and forth, but I think right now he's just comfortable right behind his teammate. I think Max and Seth are all in agreement right there. We're just going to ride out for a second, but did I call it or why Emerson on the restart? The guy restarted 9th. He's up to 6th. Colton Herstag. Zoltan Herstag has moved his way up into 6th place, now challenging Jason Miz for 5th. I mean, he's coming. He's on a mission. He wants that back-to-back. He wants to join Max Service in that group for that same kind of glory.
Zoltan Hertzeg, there he is. I just mentioned. They're starting to pull away from Andrew St. Coeur and Valike behind. Hertzeg, I think, he saw it take that really wide line at the center of the corner. Look at his run. He's getting down the front straightaway. Might have a send here. Oh, just kind of keep putting the pressure on Miz. You can see way back there. There's still 3 wide back there. Schumacher, Gilliard, Villalobos. They're all still getting after it way back there.
And I think another thing to do with it, Emerson, I mean, we all said that it was multi-lane racing, but how about the dirty air possibly playing a factor too? I mean, these guys have a big track. Oh my God!
Smith and Matthew Setzer and Nathan Aldrich. Oh, here comes a pack of cars. Oh my goodness!
Slow down.
Oh.
Okay, that looked terrifying for a minute.
Oh my goodness. Devin Smith absolutely ate the wall, and there was nowhere, and I mean nowhere, for Matthew Setzer to go. Goodness gracious.
Let's see what happened to Devin Smith here.
I think I knew exactly what happened before I even saw this replay, and look like it's going to go ahead and kind of confirm it here. This is Devin Smith running by himself here in the number 95. Up on that outside lane. He's racing Kevin Thompson to his inside, and this was inside the top 10, and this was for 8th. He got sideways, and oh my goodness, the overcorrect.
And there's nowhere for the 5, and Matthew Setzer to go. And I mean, the 14, he tries to avoid it, but I think he got away with minimum damage. And maybe minimal, maybe just scraping the wall, but from looking at the 95 of Devin Smith, I mean, that looks like just somebody trying to make the top lane work. but just getting back in the gas way too early and making the back tires spin out again.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was not
these guys
ready.
all want to try it. Yeah, all these guys want to try running the different lanes now. I mean, you see everybody in front of you making time with it. I mean, you got to try something to make some gains up, but just looked like Devin Smith's machine of the 95 car was just not ready
Go ahead and
to make the
listen.
top work.
Listen to the engine here. You can see the hand saw here. Sideways all the way through that corner and huge
Yeah.
hit.
Oh, man. Oh. Talk about making it out with a really great break, the 14 Nathan Aldridge.
And he just
That
kind
could
of
have been really bad.
He just kissed the wall, but other than that, I mean, he kissed it at like 5 miles an hour. He's fine.
Yeah, and he is coming down to pit road to get some of the damage repaired that he might have possibly got. And I think he's also getting 4 set of tires, so.
Well, you know who else is on pit road? The
Cars,
81
yeah.
of Max Service pitted, and he's only going to be 8th. He didn't lose too many spots at all.
We only had 3 cars stay out. Or, actually, no. Hold on
Yeah.
a second. We have 1, 2, 3,
Top
4
7.
cars, I believe, stayed out. Yeah.
Top 7 stayed out.
Oh, yeah, top 7, yeah.
And top 5 have yet to pit this race. The 34 to 58 pitted on the previous caution.
And, of course, one of them is, you know, our pit genius here in the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. So, God knows what kind of strategy he's got going here.
This is actually surprising to me because Stutzman is usually one of the drivers who likes to give himself options. He likes to pit on these early cautions. But, you know, he might just prefer track position this time. But also, look at this. The top 4 are all Performance Sim Sport. Greg Holt, Joseph Causey, Jason Miz, Jeremiah Stutzman. All 4 teammates up there. Then, we have 2 B&G cars with Brad Boffel and Robert Gianni. We kind of have a little bit of an oddball driver involved in that first caution, the 58 of Joshua Stroud. Then, from pit road, the 2 Swift cars, Max Service and Seth Berger. And then, let me get this right. I want to make sure they are teammates. They are, from Twisted Axle, Andrew St. Cour and Kevin Thompson, 10th and 11th. The second group of teammates off pit road. Then, we have 2 B&G cars who came off pit road together in 12th and 13th, of Zoltan Herkzeg and James Gilliard. And we just got teammates all over the place here.
Why do I feel like this was planned? There's no way. We didn't plan this at all, viewers. So, just God forbid. This is not planned. This is not organized. We did not go through this. It wasn't in the script, nothing. But if I'm Craig Holt, I'm absolutely loving what I'm seeing behind me. I got teammates for life right now behind me. But my biggest question is, how hard are these guys on fresh tires going to push here on this restart? How bad do they want this stage win, possibly?
You know, the longer we run under caution, if we have to add another caution lap, say for the choose rule, that's going to make them more antsy if they want to nab a stage win here. I was intrigued to see Max give up track position, but maybe they've done their math. Maybe they've done their homework. Maybe they know how long they can run on fuel, and this will put them into their window. Especially because
I certainly haven't.
Especially because I think they understand. Just even if they notice that they weren't going to lose that much track position, pit now and give yourself options. Certainly. I'm always a sucker for that strategy. If I'm not going to lose that much track position, or if I'm not in any track position, come pit. Here are the choices being made on your screen.
Wow. I'm very surprised at what I just saw from the 4 teammates. Joseph Causey is the only one out of the 4 teammates that took the top. Everybody else took the bottom. So that means, if I'm correct, Max Service, the first one on tires, is going to be behind Jeremiah Stutzman, the 4th car in the inside lane. Now, we would not be going green here, as the choose cone does take a little longer for these guys to get around, so we're going to have one more lap to the pace laps. But I'm definitely going to be surprised to see what happens here. I mean, we got fresh tires, 4th car on the inside, and I mean, we got 3 lines of teammates on the inside lane. We got Joseph Causey, the other teammate that's on top, with the 31 and the 34, so who knows? It might be a really wicked stage here, people, so just buckle in and strap up, because we don't have no idea what's about to happen.
We have fresh tires, as you said, inside row 4, and then row 5 on back. So it'll be.
My nerves can't take this.
Real quick, a little check-in on the weather. Track temp still sitting at 77 degrees. Still the same track temp. Wind's not really changed at all. So track is still cool, and nighttime is falling on the racing surface. 2 lead changes tonight. 2 cautions for 12 laps and counting. Working lap 34 of 200. Stage 1 will be scored at the completion of lap 40. And you won't want to miss how wild this may just get for a stage victory. 200 laps.
Oh, man.
It's not that long of a race for the Outlaws Sim Series. So that might just add to it as well.
We're not even halfway yet, and it's already getting exciting.
Oh, that's what you love to hear. One of the cleanest short tracks on the NASCAR schedule. It's gonna, I think, provide some amazing racing here on this restart. DIRacing.com safety vehicle will find it safety in the pit lane. Greg Holt on the inside lane. It's gonna lead us back to racing from Iowa.
And what a jump from Greg Holt again.
Brad Bothwell drives it deep into turn 3.
How do you make that stick?
I'm not entirely sure. Fresh tires are still boxed in back there. Stutton's kind of keeping fresh tires boxed in back there with Max Service. So Max
Oh,
may
it's a
not,
back here. Oh, boy.
Max might not have that
Whoa,
much.
whoa, whoa. We're going to trouble 58. Oh, yep. Here we go. 58.
Oh, big wreck on the back straightaway. Oh, car hard into the wall. 21, the 47, the 2, several cars involved. The 96 is involved. The 69, the 84 is involved. The 11 is involved.
I saw that happening
no.
back here, Emerson. The 58 of Joshua Stroud got wicked loose on the exit of 2 and just nowhere for Kevin Thompson or Seth Fitzpatrick to go. I mean, it's just a body bags from back here. I mean, oh my goodness. All of the 11 with a massive hit. Oh my goodness. Both the Mobile 1 cars are destroyed.
So there's Stroud getting sideways. He clips Fitzpatrick and Thompson, and he kind of gets away scot-free from there. The 47 has nowhere to go. Many cars involved in the rest of this mayhem. I try to find a better view of that. Maybe down. I don't think I'm gonna have the camera I want for this. Unfortunate. But we will take a couple onboards here. See,
Wow.
onboard the 47, he kind of came up to this crash a little late. Kind of see a lot of it unfold in front of him. It's the 47 Andrew Schroeder.
Oh, this is going to be wicked here. Oh, hit the brake. Oh, okay. Nowhere to go.
Goodness gracious.
Talk about being unlucky. The 11 of Scott Bailey might be the most unluckiest person out of all of this. Oh, man. I feel so bad for Scott.
Yeah, he just got probably clipped on the way down as well.
Oh, he had this missed and just one card think he wasn't clear. And just
Oh, he barely got clipped by Gilliard there.
Yep. Oh, man. I feel so bad for him. He was doing everything right, too. He was keeping his car clean and everything. He was just riding around and just...
Well, McMurtry was not involved.
Man.
He just had to take a weird line to get through the wreck.
He had to take a road course route. He's okay.
I'm trying to get one more view of this wreck here.
Oh, man. Talk about a super speedway wreck right there on a short track. Man.
Apparently. This should do some justice here. See the 58, the yellow car in the middle of your screen. Sideways. With Patrick Thompson get collected. You see Bailey get clipped there. Nowhere for... Oh, no, Matt Rogers just absolutely got... I mean, he thought he had it missed. Matt Rogers just had a car end up right in front of him.
Good awareness from Adrian Schumacher, too, the 82. He was just behind all that and got out of there scot clean. I mean, he just checked up for the whole thing in front, ran that wall, and he just got out of there with a clean bill of health. But it looks like we're going to be coming to the closing laps of stage 1 here, Emerson, and it looks like Greg Holt might be our stage winner.
See if the caution lights stay on here. And they will. So this might be a little premature, but I do want to bring him on up. Anyway, I want to bring up driver of the number 3, who's, well, currently leading. And on the last lap of stage number 1, Greg, I think it's going to be safe to say you're going to be the stage 1 winner here, Greg. How's it been up there so far? You've had the lead the entire time, but it has not been all daisies and rainbows for you. You've had hard, aggressive moves on you.
Yeah, no, it's been all right. I mean, it's long as this thing don't turn loose on me like the other sets that we've been working with had. So it feels good so far. It's been fun. Good place to be at the front with all the carnage happening behind you.
Certainly. You had a lot of teammates with you on that last restart. Was that a team plan to all stay out there, or was that kind of just everybody coming together there?
We talked about it and decided that we would stay out and try to get the stage points, but I don't know how well that's going to work out for us in the long run here. But
so
we'll
that
find
was a
out.
stage point move.
Yep.
Well, what's the game plan for the final 160?
We'll see. I guess it depends on how many more cautions there are on what happens.
Sure. Well, Greg, looks
we're
like...
we're on the backstretch, buddy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, y'all are doubled up and getting ready to go here. We will leave you to it. Best luck to you, Greg, and hopefully we'll talk to you a little later on.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Driver of the number 3, and now officially Stage 1 winner, Greg Holt. There on the inside of row number 1, he chose the inside lane again. Teammate Joseph Causey to the outside. Causey likes that outside lane, Ed, despite what we've been saying about it.
I'll blame him for doing it. I mean, might as well try to see what he can do. I mean, I don't know if he might be playing teammate games or what, but if he wants to have his time to shine, that'd be now to do it, as we're coming to green flag here.
Back to racing from Iowa. A huge power move off the inside. Robert Gianni nearly had a look to the inside of Greg Holt. And you see the power drive into turn 3 there by Brad Bothwell. These shows are really driving in hard, and don't look too soon. Here comes the 81 of Max Service.
Where the heck did the 34 come from? I mean, my God. What a move going into turn 1 to send it down the inside of the 88. And again, right behind him, I mean, Max Service, the fresh tires. I mean, here comes everybody with those freshies. I mean, everyone's in line here. It's like, let's go.
Oh, Gianni got to the inside of Holt. Here we go.
Wow, this 34 is on rails. Oh, it's going to get tight. He's going to have to lift a little bit. Greg's definitely going to have the advantage going down here in the turns 1 and 2, running the outside lane. He's going to be able to get in the gas earlier, and he sends it up the track. Hopefully the diamond up the corner, but the 34 has the power going down the inside. He's going to be even with him going down the back straightaway, going into 3 and 4.
Now, this is intriguing. Holt's been on the bottom all race. He hasn't really ran that top lane. Is he going to be able to adapt quick enough to make something happen? He will clear back by the 34. And is this going to be the way Greg Holt's going to have to defend here? He's been leading all race so far, but how much longer will he lead? The 34 now looks to the outside, nearly into the outside wall. Here comes Max.
Yeah, what a mess we got going on back here. We got fresh tires everywhere.
Oh, sideways with Sethberger.
What a save!
Save it, maybe. Still saving it.
Oh, no.
He'll get hit by Stefano back into traffic.
Wow.
And the caution will come out. Jacob Reeves also involved.
And just nowhere for, I don't know what happened there, but wow.
I'm assuming just how crazy it was. Maybe somebody drove in a little deep into turn 3. And Seth, unfortunately, was the butt end of that. It's a little late. Looks like St. Coeur got him.
Yeah, looks like he got him here a little bit. Looked like St. Coeur really didn't make up his mind of where he was going to go for the lane, and Seth didn't know where he was going either. And just
also spun out, I think, in a separate incident.
Oh, man.
We try to ride on board with Andrew St. Coeur here.
Credit for Seth. He had it safe for a moment. It's just nowhere for, everyone else to go there. It was just really a bad place, wrong time.
Oh. I think everybody was just trying to get it up into the battle. Seth, maybe he broke earlier. Maybe trying to get a little bit better rotate through the corner and maybe have something for the exit. And, St. Coeur, I think, was just still trying to charge the corner.
Yeah, looking back at that, but, I mean, right off the exit of 1 and 2, I mean, him and Seth and the 88 both had to check out for the 34, who had a tough moment going off of 1 and 2. And maybe that, like you said, Emerson had a role to play in this. But, I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, the 12 definitely could have caught Seth a little bit of a break, but I believe the 12 is also on fresher tires too. So like you said, definitely trying to gain as much track position as you can. But
I see how
just
Reeves gets
unfortunate
into
there.
this. And Reeves just got sideways, trying to avoid Seth.
Who was that up there? Somebody scraped the wall right there next to Jason Miz. I couldn't make up that car number.
Could not give you a positive idea on that myself. What I do know is...
I believe... Oh, that is the 56 of Adam Gardner.
Oh. Well, looks like the Performance Sim Sport drivers have pitted, as Greg Holt took the stage win, but that leaves Max Service as the race leader.
Yeah, just to give you Burger Nation fans an update out there, Seth is still on the track. He's running back,
He
I
didn't look too
believe.
damaged.
He has some decent left rear damage. I mean, it's crinkled up a bit. It might hurt him arrow-wise, but I think he should be okay speed-wise. I mean, no in short tracks. I mean, you really don't need, you know, a lot of horsepower to make it around here on the setup. So, I mean, as long as you have your car just about one piece to where you can make two turns and all that, Seth should be okay. But let's just see how he does here with this stuff happening. As like you said, we have a new leader with the 81 of Max Service. As Greg Holt came down and took his 4 tires. So I believe, yes, 11th to 1st is all stayed out. Greg Holt is in 12th place. He will be the first one on new tires. So let's see what happens as we saw of that last restart, how that makes out here.
We're waiting there for the choose, so that one wasn't the choose as well. I guess we could have been talking to a driver there, but
I believe we are on the... We're coming to the choose right now. I was just heard from race control. Choose this time.
Gonna go ahead and actually have to do a reset here, so we'll be right back with the racing action. Of course, we're still under caution, so you won't miss too much. But of course, Max Service is the leader, and we having those choices made here under that caution period, and we'll try to get back to the action as soon as we can.
Yep. Okay, so we have Max Service taking the top lane as the leader. Zoltan Herseg has taken the bottom, along with the 33 following Max. Julio Villalobos has come up to the 4th position on the bottom, with a 22 of Jacob Breeze behind him. 67 of Doug Solms also behind the 45, or the 22, excuse me, with Adrian Schumacher and the 44 of Daniel Molnix running the top. So, as we're coming down the back straightaway right now, coming ready to take the green flag here. Greg Holt is the first one on new tires. He is on the outside lane, right next to the 84 of Derek McMurtry, who is on damage. So we'll see how Greg does on this restart here. As Max is coming around turn 4 right now, as the pace car is getting ready to take its safety into the pit lane. And we are getting ready to go green here, and coming to the green flag now as Max is taking control of the race, and Max is away. 39 Zoltan Herseg has a great restart going into turns 1 and 2. Rounding out second with 3rd place James Gilliard, rounding out the outside. Max has a moment with Zoltan Herseg on the bottom. Zoltan gave him a little shove. They're going to be side by side going into turn 3 and 4. With Zoltan Herseg and Max Service battling for the lead, but here comes the 33 on the outside trying to make it 3 wide. He'll fall in behind the 81. New leader in Iowa, the 39 of Zoltan Herseg. Going into turns 1 and 2, Max Service is still rounding out in second, as we have a battle for third between the 45 of Julio Villalobos and James Gilliard. Julio's going to fight that battle and win it over James Gilliard, so new 3rd place in Julio Villalobos. James Gilliard is now hoping to fight off Daniel Molix for 4th place, as Zoltan Herseg is starting to pull away a little bit here from Max Service. As we look like we might have had a moment for a caution, but they didn't call it. So I think we're still going green here. As I couldn't quite catch who that was. He had a moment, big time, off of turns 1 and 2. I believe that was the 84 McMurtry. Yes, it was the 84 McMurtry. Had a big moment and definitely fell back at least 5-6 spots. But go look now, the 3-car Greg Holt. He's coming back to the front, ladies and gentlemen. He's going on the bottom of Adrian Schumacher right now for 6th place. Along with him is Joseph Causey. So the new tires is definitely coming back to the front of the field as it's pretty much getting single filed out here for 1st through 6th right now. Zoltan Herczeg now has about a 3.5-second lead over Max Service, or now 4-second lead, excuse me, going into 1 and 2. Zoltan now doing something completely different from what we've seen him doing all day, running the bottom lane. So it looks like Zoltan's starting to take control of the race a little bit, with Jason Miz now following both Joseph Causey and Greg Holt to the front. Jason having a great run showing so far here at Iowa. But right now, it looks like Max Service is getting a little bit under pressure from the 33 of James Gilliard and the 45 of Julio Villalobos right now. James is running that middle lane while Julio is running the bottom, but Max just looks like he's having a little bit trouble getting back into the gas off of turns 1 and 2 as James looks like he's getting better and better as his run goes on. But don't look now, but here comes that 3-car Greg Holt. He's now over the back of the 22. Jacob Breeze battling for 5th. But we're going to have a caution. There's a car up into the wall at turns 3 and 4, and a couple more in the grass. I can't see who that was.
That was
As
the
caution just
84
comes out.
of Derek McMurtry, who had a overcorrect, or the 44 of Molnix, but we did see that. We'll be able to get you a replay of it. I believe it's that 44 Ven of
Yes, and he collected the 82 of Adrian Schumacher.
Oh goodness! But we will be able to get you a replay of it. So just one moment. Let's go ahead and try to find what just happened. It was the 44 of Molnix, and here we go. And he was up. He was actually pretty high up the running order. He just got sideways there in front of Miz, overcorrects, and Schumacher nowhere to go.
And talk about avoiding the wreck at the best time. The 31 of Brad Bothwell went through the grass, wrecking loose on the exit of 4, and missed this wreck by a slight margin.
I'll try to see if we can ride aboard with Molnix and try to see what happened from his point of view, and maybe why this happened. He drove it really deep into the center corner, and his car just was not hooked up to the track yet.
No, and I believe he was one of those ones that stayed out with old tires too, so maybe he might have had a little bit of trouble with the tires not warming up to temp. So definitely tough luck there for the new driver in the 44.
Well, pit stops underway. Zoltan Herczeg stays out. Max Service does as well, and I'd say the top 14 stay out. Gilliard's gonna be the first driver off the pit lane to work lap 60 of 200. I want to go ahead and see if we can bring someone up. The 22 Jacob Reeves, who's finally made his way up here. He just was involved in that last incident as well, so I'm going to bring him on up. I want to talk to the 22 Jacob Reeves. Jacob, we saw you kind of get involved in that last incident. You're already back up here into the 4th position. What kind of happened with that incident? How'd you make it up here so quick?
I think it was the 77 and 12. They kind of got into it a little bit. I don't know. He might have just overdrove it or whatever. And I saw him coming down. I thought he was going to come down the track a little bit lower, and I gassed it up to try to get by him so he didn't hook me and ended up spinning myself out. But I got lucky, got it back up here where it's at, and we're gonna try to make the best of what we got.
It's seemingly been a wild night so far. I'd imagine this was more for of a track position game more than anything. But now that you're up here, how do you feel about your chances to kind of keep it up here?
We ran Nashville Fairgrounds a couple weeks ago, got the pole, ran up front, and that's a short track. This is a short track, so I like my chances to get a good finish, hopefully get a win. Glad to have Leap Performance Industries on the hood, and all my sponsors, and everybody watching at home, and I'm just happy to be here, man. It's an awesome ride. It's been an awesome ride all season, and thank y'all for broadcasting. Thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Certainly. Driver of the number 22, Jacob Reeves there. Make sure we get you to the right team. Last chance, correct, Jacob?
Yes, sir. Last chance.
Last chance racing, driver number 22, Jacob Reeves. And you heard him there. He has a lot of optimism from the last outing at a short track at the Nashville Fairgrounds. So, yeah, why not, right? It's a short track. This is a short track. But if
I love when your driver's got confidence.
Sure. That definitely helps a lot when it comes to these cases. But we should be coming around this time by 2v choose. So the choices will be made on your screen, and we'll go ahead and look at them as they come across the start-finish line. Up to like the outside lane, it'll be Reeves inside run number 1. Is that it?
I don't blame him.
Sure.
I mean, if you get a chance to be on that front row, take it. I mean, what's going to kill you? I mean, you fall back maybe 1-2 positions, right back to where you started. So, and I think, what's going on here? Yeah, I believe we have an argument between the 45, maybe not choosing his rule here.
I saw a black car kind of change lanes. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, they're arguing it out here with race control right now to see what's going on here.
He's back to that outside. So.
Yeah, they ruled him the outside line, but they're saying the race control to go look at it, but I don't believe we're going to have a change here. I believe the 45 was on the outside when we came to choose.
Start finish.
Oh, now they marked it. 45 going to the front line. The 22. Oh, he did make it down.
Wow.
Yep, so the 45 will be starting front row with Zoltan Herzeg.
Let's see if we can see this real quick. This is a replay. Oh, wait, no, my apologies. This is a little late. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Here we go. And this will be across the start-finish line, and I mean,
close.
Sure, but the 22 was to his inside before he got to even make the choice, to be fair, I guess.
Yeah, but I believe the 45, I think, had the position over the 22 during the caution, so.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the 22 was too close to the 45 for him to make the choice.
Yeah, you're right, yep.
So here
we're getting ready to come back green.
Yep, the iRacing.com safety vehicle. Make that left-handed turn into the safety pit lane, and we are green from Iowa.
And that 45 is all over the back of the 81 going into turns 3 to 4, Emerson.
Yeah, Max was able to clear it out in front of Villalobos. Villalobos is going to stick with Max here. We'll see what happens over the course of the run. Herzeg was really able to get a nice gap last time out. But, again, we're starting to get into a little bit of a spree of yellow. So trying to see if maybe we can get some green flag running here. And that might have a say in how this race plays out. What strategy is going to prevail? Here comes the Performance Sim Sport boys of Holt, Kazi, and Miz. I'm going to power on by the 22.
Yeah, how about who's back there in 8th? Who came back to the top 10? Seth Berger's back here in the top 10.
Yep. That's, even though it's a short race when it comes to, I guess, time racing, it is still a long race. Long enough for you to come back from a mistake like that. And, here comes Kazi. He'll clear by Reeves. That'll be fifth.
The 14 just put the 2 in the grass. Oh, boy. That was... I don't know if he says save it. He might have.
Only a one-car incident, so it will not be a yellow.
Yeah, it was definitely contact.
But only one car goes around. Should not bring out a caution, especially that far off the racing surface. We should stay green. Greg Holtwell looking the size of Villalobos.
I mean, what happened back there? The 16 scraped the wall. The 14 had checkout for, and the 14 when he came down.
Gold's going to take Villalobos up the track.
What a save.
Oh, Miz is going around. Oh, no.
No, not Miz.
That one may be a yellow. So that was a multi-stage accident. Holt and Villalobos made contact, and then Miz got sideways right behind them. I wonder if that was as a reaction, or if it was a whole completely separate incident. And I'm thinking this may be a reaction, but we'll see here overhead.
Yep, it is. Unfortunately for Miz. Oh man, you hate to see
We'll
it.
see here. So up ahead, top left of your screen is the contact. Oh, he's sideways already. That's not gonna help. And actually, I think he was already sideways. And then he tried not to hit Seth, and oh, nowhere for Gilliard to go. Goodness gracious. So the other part of that is that's gonna be hard for race control to rule as well. By the way, you know, he's gonna have to go back and see exactly that that Jason was already sideways
Yeah.
before that crash happened. But Villalobos, who should still be up there. I'm trying to see if we can ride on board with Holt, who's now the race leader.
Race control just deemed that the 33 and the 24. That's the caution cars.
Those are the correct cars. Unfortunate for Gilliard, but he already got the damage anyway. So here's what happened with Holt and Villalobos. Look at this run Holt gets.
I mean, what a run.
But, I mean, he does also
Wash out the track.
wash up and hit Villalobos there.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Villalobos right there. I mean, the 3 is just on pressure tires and has a better car and get to the front. I mean, that's just Holt just trying all he can to make all the track position up that he can.
All right, I get it. He's fresh tires. I want to get through the field as fast as I can too. But I mean, if Villalobos goes spinning there and he collects somebody else, now Holt's gonna be back in the back of the pack. I mean, like,
yeah,
like you don't want to put yourself in those situations. He got very lucky that Villalobos was able to save it. But if Villalobos went spinning and somebody got hit, now Holt's at the back of the pack, and now he's going to be more frustrated, and he kind of dodged a bullet.
Yeah. I mean, anything can happen at these short tracks, man. The best car can end up getting involved in something that's not even entirely his fault, and there goes his night. I mean, that's exactly what happens at these short tracks. I mean, people just got to calm their tempers and use patience a little bit. It's hard. I mean, when you have a car as good as Greg Holt does tonight, you want to get back to the front as fast as possible.
Absolutely.
That's just almost a little too fast for anybody else's liking. And unfortunately, called Villalobos' wrongdoing there. So definitely not what should have happened. But unfortunately, that's what happens to short tracks, man.
So intriguing how that round of pit stops kind of went down. Max Service came down to pit lane. He's the back in 10th, Herczeg 11th, Reeves, Villalobos, Gardner, Peck, Molnix, Schumacher, Bailey, Fogg, and Seth Berger's down in 20th. He's the 11th car that came off the pit lane, so something must have happened to Seth on that pit stop. Now I have a car focused here, and this is the driver who won last time out at Iowa. We were back in the trucks, but it was still open setup, and it was nearly the same length of race, but severely less cautions. There was only one caution last season at this track. Some multiple cautions here. Jeremiah Stutzman finds himself in the thick of it in third.
Oh, I thought you were just about to suggest that he's doing a strategy again. I would say I would not be surprised. I would definitely not be surprised if later down the road he does a 2-tire stop and it ends up prevailing and somehow.
The gears are always turning in the helmet of that number 71. Always. Until the checkered flag. Here we go.
As we're coming to the choose cone here.
Here we go.
Wow, Greg Holt takes the bottom. A little surprised. Might be for teammates' sake, I think, a little bit there. How about somebody that's having a busy night? Derek McMurtry is up at 4th. I mean, this man went from wrecking in I believe our first or second caution, then was up at the front again, then had a moment again, went all the way to the back, and now he's back up to the front again.
How about St. Coeur? He just got EOL'd a couple yellows ago. He's up there.
There's a lot of gossip going on here. Like, it's just anything can happen right now. Then Seth Fitzpatrick was in the wreck too. Now he's up to 9th.
This is almost like this race, which should have what we all expected to be a kind of a green flag fest. is slowly becoming a race that may be more determined by luck more than anything.
And quick before we go green, I will say the freshest tires right now is Max Service is on the outside behind the 67 at Tucson. So just so we know before green, Max Service is the first one on new tires.
Into turn 3, McMurtry will send it down to the inside. Nearly washes into Kazi. Still trying to wash up.
Tight.
Oh, man. They nearly make contact. And here comes Andrew St. Coeur.
I mean, outside again, it's just prevailing on the exit. Ooh, a moment for the 3, I think, a little bit. Kazi called him a break a little bit of teammate thank you appreciation there. 88 to the 3. As McMurtry's going to send it down the inside again. Hopefully try to make it stick on the 88. Going to come tight off of 1 and 3 and 4.
Oh, Hertzeg is wrecked.
Oh, they're wrecking in the back.
Wall. Hertzeg has caused this one. Fitzpatrick involved, Villalobos involved, Gardner, Barnett, Eric Peck, and more. Hertzeg was sideways out of turn 4, overcorrected into the outside wall. Nathan Aldrich is involved. And unfortunately, not many places for people to run. And I think this is starting to become the product of this car and its unpredictable nature. Slightly unpredictable nature. And we'll see here. Unfortunately, Zoltan Hertzeg, last week's winner, more than likely will not be going back-to-back tonight.
I don't know. His car looks kind of clean, not going to lie. There's just a little bit of looseness, and there's just a chain reaction.
I know,
from
if
the
I
field
hit a wall
behind
like
him.
that, there goes my right front suspension. So
Yeah.
Seth Berger
Oh,
involved,
man.
Aldrich involved.
And the 14 just plowed in front of the 77. Took off his whole rear bumper. Oh, man, the 2 just arca braked it going up the track. Didn't even hold the brakes. Ran straight up into Andrew Gardner. Oh, man, we got a lot going on around here.
Try to see here. This should be a good view of it. Zag sideways into the wall. Barnett via Lobos, Fitzpatrick.
Watch that 2 just roll up.
Reeves
man.
had nowhere to go.
Oh, my goodness.
Just carnage everywhere.
So that's 2 big ones now that we had at a short track. This is interesting. We haven't even been halfway yet.
We still have 10 laps to go till the end of stage number 2 as well. So
How about this? Derek McMurtry's in second. With a car that's been wrecked. At least once.
we saw McMurtry fighting hard with Kazi, and he got the upper hand at the time the yellow flag was displayed to the field. McMurtry was ahead of Joseph. Let's see if we can go ahead and bring him on up. Looking for him out there. Found him. Let's go ahead and bring him on up. Let's go ahead and talk to driver of the number 84, Derek McMurtry. Derek, great little run you're having. Really duking it out with some of these performance sim sport guys that have been at the front of the field all day.
Yeah, man, they're fast up here, man. I think I just got a little bit of a tire advantage right now is the only reason I'm up here. I got some damage early, 2 minutes worse, so these boys are fast up here, man. I don't know how they're doing it.
Nonetheless, you do have that tire advantage, and you still have 10 laps left here to the end of stage number 2. What is the game plan for you to maybe find your way around that 3 car?
We're going for it 100% right here.
Looks like your tires give you that opportunity to drive it really deep into the corner. How's it been how has that been working as the driver's been defending with the middle and high side?
It's been working pretty good so far. Just gotta keep that momentum so you can get up off the turn.
Sure. With the choose rule here, now you still got another lap or so to think about it. You gonna follow that car in front of you, or are you gonna go the opposite lane of him? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna see how this goes here. I know which lane I want, and we'll see if he takes it. Hey, big shout out to the guys, man, at Elite Performance Racing for giving me one heck of a car here.
Certainly. Driver of the number 84, Derek McMurtry. We'll be sending you back to your team now. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll talk to you a little later on, Derek.
Thanks, man. Y'all have a great day up there.
Sir. There he is, driver of the number 84. Coming around to the choose rule here. He said he knows what lane he wants. Will he get it?
I think I know what he wants. But I will mention, Emerson, we only have 15 cars on the lead lap. Not even halfway yet.
That's wild. I really did not expect that at Iowa. Because of damage. I maybe expected less cars on the lead lap at the end of the race if we went green. But
all right, Derek McMurtry got us both, I think. He took the bottom. Who do we give our bet money to down at this point? I thought we both said we could take the top.
I think I'd want the bottom in this scenario. But anyway, he's got the fresher tires. And
right, I'll give you the $5 later.
And he's been driving it deep into the corners on that bottom lane. He nearly washed up into Joseph last time, but he got that spot. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he full sends it here going into 1 and 2 to get that track position. I mean, I know they are I believe they're teammates, correct?
No, McMurtry is not teammates, no.
Oh, no, yeah, freaking gloves are off. Let's get it. McMurtry's going for it, chat. Here we go.
Yeah, Racing.com safety vehicle finds his safety in the pit lane. Back to racing from Iowa. And, oh my goodness. McMurtry is gone, and we'll see if that restart stands.
Well, we got a lot of confusion on the radio right now, so I will let you guys know
McMurtry's giving the position back. And I think McMurtry might be coming down.
Oh, don't wash up the track! Oh, he almost washed up right for the back surface. That would have been really bad.
Now McMurtry got set, and Andrew St. Cyr is taking the lead from Greg Holt.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
St. Cyr drives it to the bottom side, and Andrew St. Cyr is clear to the race lead.
How about that 12 car? The best looking 12 car I've seen in a while, Vine 10, too.
Now he's got a hungry pack of cars behind. Can Andrew St. Cyr hold on for a potential stage victory? He's got 3 hungry Performance Supersport cars behind.
Yeah, we're coming to at least 5 to go in the stage when he crosses the line next time. So possibly some stage points, too, for the 12 of Andrew St. Cyr.
He's going to try. Holt can't get down to the bottoms like he once could on fresher tires, and St. Cyr is opening the gap.
Yeah, if I'm him, I want to see somebody battle that 3 car. It would just help me pull away, but as Greg Holt really tries to send it in, man, he tried. Now, Joseph Cause is going to try to make it happen on the bottom. I think he should be able to clear him going into 3 and 4 here.
All the while, it's now over half a second, the gap between St. Cyr and the rest of the field at that 6/10 and gaining.
Wow. I mean, what a move by the 12. I mean, just time to go. I mean, you get the elbows out. You got to get going here. Let's see what the best car's got. I mean, what a move by the 12 car. How about the guy that you said that if I had that damage, I would be back up here? Zoltan Herstake is back up in the top 10. He's in 8th place running that 3rd lane again.
No, man. With that, I'd have suspension damage right now. That's not fair.
I would be meatballed at this point. This man's showing off at this rate.
Want to look at Max Service, who's currently having to watch his stepdad lead this race, trying to get up there and join him. To the outside of Jeremiah Stutzman, he looks, trying to get to the outside of Kazi as well. See if he can try to stick it to the middle. He wanted to, but he couldn't get down there.
And back behind them, Zoltan Herstake's looking to the inside of the 31 of Brad Bothwell for, I believe that's 6th place with the 22, looking dangerously in the rear view with Jacob Reeves. Really quiet night for Jacob Reeves. I mean, he's been just quiet here in this top 10 the whole night. I mean, we interviewed him earlier. He seemed really confident. I loved his confidence in his interview, so definitely what you like to see out of this 22 car.
1 lap to go here in stage number 2. And wow.
Greg's really trying. Greg is really trying.
Greg is not going to be content with losing this stage. If he has a chance to sweep the stages, he's going to try. But here into turn number 4, comes Andrew St. Coeur. He will win stage number 2, the Nova Scotian.
And a close battle for third there with Joseph Causey and Max Service. I believe Causey got him by just over a nose, maybe a little bit. So give P3 to Causey as Max is looking to get P3 right now from Causey, looking to the inside, going into 3 and 4.
Here comes Max trying to ruffle some Performance Sim Sport feathers here.
You might be pissed off that stepdad's leader. He's like, hey, I want to show that I'm the better one here. I want to get up here. I want to take that lead from him.
Oh, how great would that be if they have to battle it out for the race lead? I'd love to be a fly in the wall. I'd have to go back and watch Max's stream later to hear maybe if there's any trash talk that goes on in that same house.
Oh man, that would be great. But looking back a little bit too, the 39 is now looking to battle with 71 Jeremiah Stutzman. I mean, he's just running that third lane, man. He's kind of larcening it around here. He's making it work too.
He's got a power on by.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of magic they got down that pit road. They must have fixed that thing brand spanking new. I need that.
Man, where'd he get a faster pair from?
Bill Causey and Max battling. They caught great call. They're going to be 3 wide. Oh boy, this is not going to end well. Causey made the right move, backed out of it. Max is just proved. I think Max has the better long run car, in my opinion. It's just every time we've seen him, he has the better long run to where he starts gaining more of his positions on the long run. We really haven't noticed Greg running that top line, as you mentioned earlier. I mean, we mainly saw him running the bottom, but I think he might be just getting a little uncomfortable maybe running that top lane.
Max washes up now. They're going to be side by side down the front stretch. Advantage Holt into turn 1. Max can roll that bottom, but again, Holt, I think, was more comfortable on that bottom side. You were already about to allude to that. Max is starting to almost clear up off the corner.
If he sends it here, he should be clear. Just wash it up the track, clear it in front of him.
Oh, he wanted to. Not enough.
Let's go fight. Andrew St. Coeur is loving this in his rear view, though. He's pulling away now. By the way, that 39 has cleared 71 at Jeremiah Stutzman, so yeah, he's coming again.
St. Coeur was not pulling away. They caught him massively.
Okay, what is happening? Because usually when this happens anywhere else, the leader's gone. They're catching the leader side by side.
Oh, God. Oh,
the ball is loose!
And he'll save it!
Oh my god. Heart rate's up.
And now here comes Zoltan Herzeg. Right before Zoltan Herzeg interrupts this, I want to say this is stepson and stepfather battling it out for the race lead, both from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Is he going to move him? That would be interesting right now if this is the last lap. I think he moved. He's going to try to clear him off there.
Contact!
Oh, man. I believe
goodness.
Max just came over chat and said something too. I don't know what he said, but it was something to his stepdad. Oh, man. That was great. Now, new leader.
It might have been that apology for maybe almost putting him in the wall.
Oh, man. What a battle. I mean, my gosh. What a battle. Oh, Causey!
Oh! But now Andrew St. Coeur, he's lost that clean air. He's currently being eaten up. Feed him to the wolves. Here comes Causey, who's sideways, and Zoltan Herzeg clears by Causey.
Yeah, Causey had a moment. He was over the back of the 12, and I think he had to lift out of it and barely got himself loose, so that made the advantage to Zoltan Herzeg, who's now looking to battle for a second. How does this happen? The man was just wrecked. He put it right front fender in the wall, and now he's battling for second like it was nothing. That's a broken
toe link to anyone else.
Oh, man. I don't know how he's doing it.
Meanwhile, Brad Bothwell's joined the party. Reeves is back up here. Fogg is up here in the top 10. Impressive run for 37.
Yeah, that 37 car, good run for him.
Halfway here at Iowa, it is Max Service with a 6/10 of a second advantage over his stepdad, Andrew St. Coeur. And Zoltan Herzeg looking to see what he can do there in third.
Yeah, if I'm Zoltan, I'm just sticking to what I've been doing, running that third lane, getting that advantage off the exit. I believe a lot of these drivers are going to take notice of this 39, how good he's rolling this top lane and how much of a run he's getting on the exit. I mean, just watch how much he eats up this 12 car on exit going in down the front straightaway going into 1 and 2. He makes up so much time.
St. Coeur is putting on a great defense here.
Sideways is Causey!
Oh!
Saves it!
Oh,
he gets a nudge. He gets a nudge from the 31 of Bothwell.
And there goes Herzeg around the outside of the 12. Meanwhile, Kazi's going to get sent back there to his teammate who also got loose. I don't know if those Performance Sim Sport guys got long run cars. Those cars look loose.
I don't remember when was the last time they pitted either. It might be a long run on those tires too. Oh, Kazi's just having a tough time in the middle of the corner. You can see it, how much time.
I don't have that information. I had to reset, but they are on older tires than anybody else in the field. The oldest tires I see are the 43 lap old tires that are currently on the 12 of Andrew St. Coeur.
Yeah, looking back on the lap times, Kazi last pitted on lap, I believe if I'm correct, yeah, it was a while ago.
I believe it. I think it was that caution after stage 1.
Yeah, so him and Greg are definitely on old tires. So
what's going on up here now is Max Service has 9 lap older tires than Zoltan Herzeg, and Max Service is trying to hold on to that top spot. Max Service is trying to go 3 wins on the season, and Herzeg is trying to go 2 in a row. And Max is trying to hang on to his 6/10 of a second advantage. Andrew St. Coeur is in 3rd. Jacob Reeves 4th. Brad Bothwell 5th. Then we have a Performance Sim Sport trio of Stutzman, Holt, and Kazi 6th, 7th, and 8th. Molnix and Fogg will round out the top 10. Bothwell has gotten by St. Coeur.
yeah, good run for this 31 machine. I think he's taking lessons from, I believe, his teammate 39 who's running the 3rd lane.
Yep.
So definitely these 2 teammates have been definitely taking notes. Oh my God, Greg Hull has just sent it. He's really trying to make this top lane work, but I don't think he's getting anywhere with it. But as we mentioned at the top of the show, Emerson, going back to this 81 of Max Service, I mean, unfortunately the 91, our points leader, Jonathan Jennings, didn't show up tonight, but it was a 29-point gap. If Max Service goes on to win this race, he might be our new points leader going into, I believe, is Talladega next week, which is huge, where anything can happen.
I think with the amount of people who've left this race and Max Service's stage points, I think Max Service is already the point leader, even if he doesn't finish.
Yeah, so it's huge. Already going into a questionable race next week. We don't even know what's going to happen at Talladega. Anything could happen. It could be a surprise winner or anything.
You see Herzig really driving that outside deep, but Max is still holding 6/10 of a second and gaining through the center exit. Herzig kind of gains back on the straightaway, still 5.5 to... Oh, now well, Herzig really gains at that exit. And again, that outside lane, it allows you to open up the wheel. It allows you to straight line that exit, and allows you to get on the throttle earlier and stay on the throttle longer than your opponents on the inside lane.
Yeah, if I'm Max, if he gets any closer to me, I'm going to have to start running where he's running. You know, you got to try to block him with the dirty air and force him to do something that he's not adjusted to.
But he's under attack from Jacob Reeves.
Yeah, how about the 22? We were just talking about him. How much confidence he had in his car. I mean, he was all the way back in, I believe, 8th place. He's battling here for 2nd. And look who's also... Oh, I believe that's a lap car 56. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's Adam Gardner. He is...
I was going to say...
19 laps down.
But what a showing from this 22 machine.
Gardner on fresh tires, though. He wants to get through. But he's...
And I think this
that's
is
the
a
league
negative
owner.
coming in for Holt's sake.
Adam's not going to do anything to jeopardize these guys, but he wants to. He wants to get through, and he wants to get a lap back, but...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He takes pride in the product of the show, and he'll just let these guys battle it out.
If I'm her sake, I think this is where my negativity is starting to come in. Now, like I said in the pre-race, running that top side, you're going to burn your stuff up a lot more than these guys that are running the bottom. So Hersake's tires are probably going to start wearing out a little bit more faster than what Max Service or Jacob Reeves' tires are.
Max has opened up the gap.
Yeah, so this is definitely not what Hersake wants to see, but him battling this 22s, because this is definitely going to make him push a lot more to try to clear him. So definitely going to be uneasy on his tires, but the next guy looking in, he's lingering back there. Jeremiah Stutzman, the man who comes up with the most random strategies I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. He's slowly but surely getting on these two here.
The gears are turning, and you know what? He might say, heck with strategy. I want to win this on pace.
Yeah, who needs 2 tires where I'm coming from? I need 4. Just give me the 4 and give me the lead again.
This is a wild race. We've kind of subsided the yellows, and I am very happy we have, because we have gotten some phenomenal racing as a result of the wild, topsy-turvy first third of the race. Now, this second third has been action-packed, and we're just setting ourselves up for a nice race here to the end.
Yeah, we noticed now Herzeg is now getting uncomfortable. I mean, he went down to the bottom there, 1 and 2. Goes back to the top at 3 and 4. Jacob Breeze is starting to understand what he needs to do to get by this 39. Just go wherever the 39 ain't. If he goes to the top, go to the bottom. If he's on the top, if he's on the bottom, go to the top. I mean, he's following him here in the 1 and 2, running this middle. But look how much time this 22 eats up running this line that he runs at 1 and 2. It's almost like a diamond from the middle to the bottom. He's eating them up as now the lap car, the 56 got by Max Service, but now the 39, the 22, a little bit starting to reel Max Service in a little bit more.
Herzeg really gets that nice power off. Sizing up Max now. He sees him. He's in that draft for sure, and he's studying the 81.
If I'm the 39, I just got to make sure I'm not burning my stuff up more than I am. I mean, we knew how good of a car he had at Chicagoland. He outperformed everybody. He had the better car. We all knew it. Just behind how much powerful he was running that whole either line or whatever he wanted. But I've been so impressed seeing this 39 running the third lane the whole night. I mean, it reminds me so much of dirt racing with how Kyle Larson or any other person would run it. I mean, he just, no mistakes. I mean, he might have the one slip up where he hit the wall, but he recovered. I mean, he recovered all the way to second. But now everybody's coming back into this. Jeremiah Stutzman, Brad Bothwell, they're all here. Everybody wants a piece of this second place now.
Zoltan Herzeg is in such a rhythm. But you notice he's running at a high side in 3 and 4. What he's doing in 1 and 2 is he's running that middle line. And I kind of mentioned it early at the top of the show. There's a bad bump on the entry to turn 1 on the outside lane. You don't want to be... If you can get to the outside of that bump, that's great. But that's so hard to do consistently. It's much more safer to get to the inside of that bump, which is, run that middle lane, which is kind of what Herzeg's been doing. You see there, he's in the middle lane in 1 and 2, but in 3 and 4, he gets right up there.
And the whole thing, between all this, one other crazy thing, all these guys that were watching from 1st to 5th, they've all exchanged the top lap time just now. Last lap, it was Brad Bothwell. This lap, it was Jeremiah Stutzman. Everybody's exchanging the fastest lap. Nobody's been outperforming any single person by multiple laps. It's all been somebody different each lap.
Here comes Herzeg on Max. He's got the run. Is he going to send it?
You saw how good of a rotation he had off the exit of 2. That car was just steady off the exit of that bottom lane, turn 2. And here he goes right to his favorite spot again, that third lane. Watch the power move. Max is going to have to try to slide up to block this lane.
Oh,
yep,
and there's a lap car.
Yeah, this lap car might do it. If that lap car runs that top, it's not going to be where Zoltan wants him.
But
Zoltan's going to want him.
Well, yep, now it's going to be there. Oh,
Zoltan might get here. Yep, he's going to get there.
And Zoltan has to check up for the lap car.
Enter the 71 car, Jeremiah Stutzman.
Stutzman, oh, near contact between Aldrich Lapper and Zoltan Herzeg.
Yeah, and here comes the party. Everybody's here.
Yeah, Aldrich, he's trying to give way. And he's doing a fairly good job of trying to give
crossover
way.
From the 22. Watch this. Oh, boy, the 22 might send it here. He had a hell of a run coming off of turn 2 on that top.
Yeah, Reeves has got a huge run. Look at him down there trying to rotate that bottom side.
Yeah, this is where Zoltan's tires are going to pay back for him. I mean, from running that whole top lane.
Well, he'll get cleared back by that time, but does Reeves have something now? Herzeg has gotten full bottom there at the center of 1 and 2.
Yeah, now if I'm Jacob Reeves, I'm going to remember what I just did to get that kind of a run. I'm going to need that in the bank for later. God forbid I have to do it again when I have to try to get by Max Service for the lead. Because he made up so much time doing that. I'm shocked he's not doing it again here. He's got to try to go even higher than that. I mean, that dirty air ain't going to help him with Zoltan in front of him. He's been running that same exact line at 1 and 2 as Zoltan. He's got to just go higher. Even if it's uncomfortable. Here comes Stutzman.
Stutzman trying to roll that bottom side, and I didn't want to give a look at everyone else. Greg Holt down in 6th position. He's got Mulnix there in 7th. Andrew St. Cour, who won stage 2, he's in 8th. Joseph Kazi there in 9th.
How about Adrian Schumacher in 10th? I mean, he had that big damage from that one caution. He's just riding in 10th place.
Max Service is not home free. He's got a pack of cars now starting to close in on him. Herzeg has been there, but hasn't been able to do anything with the 81 max service, because it is really hard to overtake because it's so easy to defend.
Yeah, I'm very surprised of how these cars are racing here. I mean, I thought it would be like when they're battling, it would be easy for the leaders or somebody to pull away, but it's not really. Like, we saw multiple cars that were side by side. They started gaining on the car in front of them. I mean, it was just very impressive. Oh, Reeves gets a little too... Oh, he got really... I think he gave it a scrape at least running that third lane. At least he tried to do what I thought he would do. I mean, it's a good try.
Third.
Yeah.
And
I clap for Reeves trying to do that. I mean, he had to do something different.
But now we're looking at... They're running 100% fuel. How long can you go on a tank of fuel here? But that's about 80 laps or so, right? So we're going to be looking at Holt maybe coming in soon. Causey coming in soon. I don't know how long these drivers can go, but I'd imagine they're going to go about 40 more laps. And then what do? That's about half your fuel tank, right? Do you take four tires? Do you take 2 tires? Can you leg it 2 tires for 40 laps? Is that doable for you? What are you going to do?
I mean, you see the man we're on board with, right? You know what he's going to probably try to do. If he can't get to that lead now, you know he's going to probably try to do something strategic.
Then again...
There's no way.
I mean... Oh, look at him rotate that bottom. Maybe what if his car just feels better on 4 tires?
If I'm him, I'm just saving it. I mean, why not? Sneak it. If you save them left sides, just take 2 tires on the right. What's it going to do to you? I mean, it's going to gain you some track position if everybody else is taking 4. I mean, Zoltan and Max 100% have to take 4. The 22 definitely would have to take 4. Maybe the 31, definitely the 3. So, I mean, if I'm Jeremiah, I'm sneakily maybe taking 2. Just take care of the left sides.
Have you noticed what Max is doing now?
Yeah, he's running the same exact line as 39. I mean, he had to. He knew when the 39 got to him, he had to at least follow the same exact tracks. But you notice what the 39's doing. He's peeking a little of that left side to try to get some air on that nose. Maybe help the car rotate, but it looks like Max is way too uncomfortable to try the third lane, 3 and 4, and like the 39.
Oh, Stutzman got sideways there.
Yeah, I feel like green flag pit stops are going to be coming soon. I believe, if I'm correct, Hertzeg is the first one that is going to be probably the last. I think he was the soonest to pit.
Yeah,
I think he has the fresher stuff. Yeah. And I think Max is like second. I think, like you said, I think he has like 8 lap later tires as we're coming up more on lap.
Oh, car wrecking on the front straightaway! Woo! My goodness. There's a car on the bottom side as well.
And that's not going to be a caution. It was a solo spin.
Well, it depends on if there was Kevin Thompson also wrecking there. But it looks like it will stay green.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get out of the way. I don't think that would count. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know how they would judge that from race control, but...
They're staying green?
Yeah. I mean, that was just scary for the leaders.
Fallen outside of the top 10.
And then, I mean... That's pretty interesting, knowing that his teammates in 6th. I mean, you would think, because these were both the car... Oh, he's sideways. He's dirt sideways.
Whoa. I was going to say, both of them got sideways earlier. You remember
Holt and
Causey got sideways.
If I'm the 88, I'm maybe thinking about pitting the soonest.
Yeah, come as soon as the window's open. I think he's coming in now.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Yep, definitely. Don't blame him for this.
Yeah, window's open. Come on in.
Make sure you hit your marks. Do not speed. It's a very tight pit road and a very, very slow pit road.
Now... Is this going to bring anybody in?
I don't believe so. I think it's way too early. I don't think it would drag him in this early. It would just be rough because, I mean, it would be a long run.
Oh, no!
Oh, he hit the tires.
No, Greg Holt!
I knew that was going to be an issue with pit road. I called it in the pre-race.
That is Greg Holt's day. His competitive night effectively over.
The best car of the whole day is now possibly out of the running for this lid. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. And
I mean, I called it in the pre-race, too, Emerson. I said, this is the sketchiest pit road to get onto coming off of turn 3 and 4. It's that rough.
This is only the second time I can recall on an Outlaws broadcast somebody hitting the pit barrels. And
yeah, it's just coming in way too hot.
At that point, you got to just accept you missed pit road.
Yeah, and just take the right and just go around.
Yeah,
he was just committed.
Oh man.
That's so unfortunate, man. He was having such a good run, too.
But you know what? If you've done it before, this is our defending series champion making this mistake. This can happen to anyone. One more time.
Yeah, right here. It just comes in way too hot. Apron slick.
Yeah.
Ain't going to be able to turn as much. I mean, even look at that. I believe that's the 12 of Andrew Secor and the 67 to Doug Solms. And they both made it on. They're probably thinking, wow, we're mad lucky we didn't do that. I mean, it's like I said, it's just the sketchiest pit road. I mean, you're either coming in way too hot or way too slow. I mean, you just got to try to make up as much time as you can. As we see the leaders here, you got a bunch. Yep, here comes Brad Buffalo. This is the first one, I believe, of our top 5 that's coming in now. So maybe now would be the time for the leaders to possibly follow suit. Well, Doug Solms is now getting around everybody.
If Holt didn't eat the pit barrels, I think Holt was going to drag some people in because he was still up there in 6th.
Yeah, he was.
But now
I believe Jeremiah Stutzman's coming. Yep, Jeremiah Stutzman's coming.
Strategy Guru says it's time to pit. I think I'd be listening.
Yep, I think I would start coming now.
I think this is going to split the rest of this race, like from the last restart to the end of the race in half.
Now, this is going to be interesting. If I'm him, I'm taking 4 tires. But if he's going to prove me wrong and take 2?
I think there's way too many laps to take 2 tires.
That's why I also agree.
I think he was in 3rd before pit stops. I think he understands he has maybe just a raw pace to maybe go up there and win this race. So I think he's gonna keep himself in the running.
Yep, Jacob Reeves is on pit road.
Yep. There he is. And
so I believe we had a car stopped in 3 and 4 apparently. Somebody had an issue. Apparently the track's clear now. That's all I heard from race control just now. No car number or nothing, so we stay green.
Scott Bailey is in that 11. Leaders are still out there. Don't see.
Yep, Max and Zoltan are still out there. Adrian Schumacher is now in P3 with Derek McMurtry in P4 and Jacob Reeves still on pit road.
So
now exiting.
Highest driver in the running order that is pitted is Brad Bothwell here. You see a 14.9 is a stop. Interesting. St. Cour is pitted. So St. Cour is actually the leader right now who's pitted.
Yeah, and he came in as a great call, had that issue too.
That's right. So
and Brad Bothwell is just a little behind, so I think Brad's got the fresher stuff too. So maybe might be a battle right here.
Yeah, Brad has 4-lap fresher tires, and don't see any leaders coming in just yet.
Nope.
But I think this is a move at least for St. Cour to maybe grab some laps led and maybe catch a lucky yellow. I don't see any move yet. Top 2 will stay out.
Now, this is getting down to crunch time. I mean, you just got if I'm the 81 and 39, you got to make sure no mistakes.
You know,
You've been running top 2 the whole night.
Call me crazy, but man, I cannot believe Max Service held on to that lead with as many cars he had to fend off there with the 22, the 39, the 71. He had to go up there and overtake his stepdad. He had to pass the Performance Sim Sport cars.
I mean, I just had a feeling when I saw it. I mean, I felt like he had the better long-run car. It just looked like it. It looked like he was just a little too free to make it in that short run, but the longer the run went, he was just able to make up the time.
Now, I know Max Service is leading, but he's fending off Zoltan Herzog pretty well with 9-lap older tires. I don't think he can allow Zoltan Herzog to pit before him. I think he has to pit before Herzog. I think he has to keep himself in front of that 39.
Not that time. It looked like it because of how low he was, but not that time.
I mean, would you agree, or you think he can maybe?
I mean, if I've held him up that long, if I held him up this long, I think I can, do anything. Oh, 81 just came over the radio. He's coming this time.
Is this going to bring the 39? 39's going to high, so I think 39's staying out.
Oh, no, he's slowing down.
Oh,
he's coming with him.
That's dangerous.
Oh, no, he went through.
Missed
He's
it.
going around.
I think he missed it.
Oh, the 81 missed the pit road.
Oh,
81 missed pit road.
Oh, no, Max.
All right, he's just got to remain calm. He's just got to get around one more time.
That's given the lead to
Cautious out. We have a wreck on the front straightaway.
Molnix and Stutzman.
Jeremiah Stutzman, no.
But That gives the lead to Hertzeg, unless they're gonna reorder the front of the field.
Oh no. This collected the 71 and Adrian Schumacher, who was running P3 just now.
Oh no, not Adrian Schumacher again. In another
And
incident.
I believe the 44 Daniel Molnick's also involved.
You'll see it here overhead. Oh, it's the Schumacher from up ahead. 3 wide. And the 44. Oh.
The 12 car will be receiving the lucky dog.
Andrew St. Cour is back in this race. That traps everyone else a lap down. And
So there will be 5 cars on the lead lap.
And one of them, and 2 of them were in that wreck. Wait,
Yep.
no, Stutzman was not. One of them was in that wreck.
Talk about a lucky break for the 81 and Max service. Imagine he pitted just now. He would be trapped a lap down possibly. And instead, he missed pit road. It was able to stay on the lead lap, and the caution comes out to save him. How much time he would have lost being able to do that? And just overcorrecting.
That's
loose.
unfortunate.
Oh man, what? I saw
Again.
the undercarriage of the 82.
Molnick's not making any friends.
Oh, Stutzman!
Molnick's has
Oh my
not made
gosh.
any friends in his first 2 starts.
Yeah, just unlucky for the first 2 starts of this man's career.
You know, Derek McMurtry has stayed out on the racetrack, and he is not pitted. I can't imagine McMurtry's going to do anything else but take a lap, just get a lap led here.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
McMurtry
has
hasn't
got to bring. Yeah, Zoltan's on pit road. Max is just coming off pit road right now.
Yeah, Schumacher. Zoltan's on. Oh, so Zoltan's getting damage repaired still.
This is interesting.
Zoltan could have had track, but you know what? There's only 4 cars in the lead lap. Might as well, right?
Ah, yeah, 100%.
You're gonna start what, 4th at worst?
Yeah, and the 12 is coming back down pit road to get fresh tires as well.
And the
He's on free
82
pass.
is damaged. What? He's gonna start 3rd at worst.
Yeah.
And the 84,
Derek McBurchie.
So yeah, literally, Hertzeg was gonna start now 2nd at worst.
Wow.
Get the damage repaired. I know he could have had that position over Max, but how much that could have changed, you know? Like,
Yep, and we got a whole bunch of cars taking the wave around right now.
but you know what? At the same time, Max was fending off Hertzeg on 9-lap older tires. What about straight up even tires? What is it gonna be like?
I mean, this is where Zoltan is better. I mean, Zoltan, he made up all that time in the short run, but then when he got to Max, he just couldn't do nothing with it. So now,
But
according
again,
to my
they're gonna-
scoring chart, we're going to have 12 on the lead lap. 12 cars.
So that is going to include the 88 of Kazi, the 67 of Solms, the 22 of Reeves, the 31 of Bothwell, the 37 of Fogg, the 11 of Bailey, and the 77. No, not the 11 of Bailey. I see only 9 on the lead lap.
Oh, yeah, now it changed. Excuse me, yeah.
So
Yep,
that
9
is
cars.
4 waiver rounds, 1 lucky dog. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
5
12.
waiver rounds, 1 lucky dog, 1 car that's fallen off the lead lap in Schumacher, and 3 cars who were in the lead lap.
Yeah, and I believe the 71 is going to be the first one that's a lap down, if I'm correct. Because the 11's on pit road right now getting tires.
Yeah, that is correct. The 71 is actually going to be the only one lap down besides the 11.
No, the 44, the 82, and the 11 and the 71 are all a lap down, fighting for the free pass.
It says 2 down on scoring. So, yeah, they're getting sent to the back. So, no, they're going to be 2 down here.
Oh, unfortunate. 'Cause I believe we're coming to the choose cone here?
The
Am I-
40,
am I
44
wrong?
should be getting the EOL, and the 82 is also still on pit road.
Yeah. Yeah, we got choose cone here now.
So, here's the choose. Max
81-39
and
both take the
Zoltan.
top.
That's going to give McMurtry
Oh, yeah.
the inside.
I don't blame him.
What happened? Remember what happened to McMurtry last time he was on the inside, Vo?
Get the front row. Screw it.
Well, yeah, I get that.
Third time's a charm.
I'm just saying.
You might as well.
Where was he
Oh, yeah,
going
you're
last
right.
time?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I think one person we're going to have to keep our eye on here, Emerson, the 12 of Andrew St. Cour. You remember how much he made up to get in that front in the lead just now? He's going to have to pass his stepson to get the lead, though.
You know, St. Cour was on the lead laps. He's got as fresh as tires as anybody in front of him.
And now he's gonna be. Now they just corrected it because the 22 was late to his choose. So now he's gonna be behind McMurtry on the inside row. This might be the power move for Andrew Secor right here.
So, effectively, the starting order is Max, McMurtry, St. Coeur, and Herczeg.
I'm nervous if I were you. This is gonna be nerve-wracking.
Goodness gracious. Are we gonna go green to the end?
Stepson fight for the win.
Herczeg trying to go back-to-back. Max trying to get his 3rd win on the season. McMurtry trying to get his first Outlaws win. Same with St. Coeur.
First-time winners, yep.
Reeves with his story. Brad Bothwell with his story. Kossi still looking for his first win on the season. Doug Solms looking for his first Outlaws Sim Series win. Joseph Fogg is a rookie contender this year. That's your lead lap. So here we go. The iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane with that hard left-handed turn into the safety pit lane. We are racing once again from Iowa.
I'm gonna be real, for that moment, that looked like an old NASCAR restart with how many cars were on the inside lane.
And here comes Herczeg to the outside. Max is gonna try to clear up in front of him.
Oh man, this is not gonna end well.
And Herczeg's gonna drive around the outside. Max is trying to power it up the inside. Around goes McMurtry, and Herczeg takes the lead.
All right, well, I guess 3rd time's not the charm. Unfortunate. He's having such a good... Oh, he just toes it. Unfortunate run for the 84. Man, that's tough. But we have a stepfather-stepson battle here going for the 2nd place right here. And just say Core's off of the back of his stepson.
I don't think Max wants any of it, though. Max wants to stay, keep his eyes in front with that 39.
I'm Max. I'm going to have to try something different. I have to try the outside lane. He's got to hope it sticks, or he's got to hope the 39 makes a mistake right in the top. Well, he's only made one mistake tonight, and that mistake ended up getting him back up front as Andrew Secor looks to the inside of Max.
Sideways to St. Coeur, trying to get down to the bottom. Max can get on the power much smoother.
Andrew hit that bump going into turns 1 and 2 and unsettled the car, so he had to back out of it. He's going to try that diamond formation going into 3 or 4, try to get the run on the exit. He's going to have the run. He might look to the inside here. Nope, he's going to try the top this time, see if this works. Again, he's trying this diamond. He's really trying to make this work.
And why not? You're not going to run 80 laps on these tires. You're only going to run 40.
Oh, Max with a little bit of a late block there. He threw it late because it looked like the top was going to try to send it.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that house right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's really trying to make this diamond work, and he's really making it work. I love how much time he's gaining on this.
Herczeg is not pulling away from service. When you tell me that he has the short run car, if he truly does, he's not taking as much advantage of it as we think he should.
And just for everyone out there who's wondering why the 77's up here battling, he was one of the lap cars that took the wave around. Oh, as the 12 scrapes the wall a little bit. Definitely has some right side damage on the 12 car. But the 77 is 9 laps down at 15, just so everyone understands.
Yeah, Seth is just trying to fight to get as many points as he can. He understands the point leader did not show up today, so Seth just fighting for this could keep himself alive in that battle for 2nd in points. Max, as long as Max just... I mean, at this point, Max is taking over the point lead. This is now just icing on the cake. How much of a point lead can he have?
Yeah, I mean, what a show. I mean, we're getting a heck of a show here in Iowa, Emerson.
Joseph Kazi still mired back in traffic. He's in 6th, battling Doug Solms for position. This is huge for Doug Solms. A great run, well inside the top 10. And Solms is duking it out with one of the series best.
Yeah, we might have a battle for the free pass shaping up soon. I mean, Scott Bailey and Jeremiah Stutzman are both the only cars 1 lap down. They might have to fight each other as the 71's not even close to the 11. The 11 next caution, if he was to get it, he would be our free pass.
All right, but look at the 11, and then look at the 71. There's
It's only a flesh wound. He's fine. We don't need the front end where we're going.
71 is about to get lapped again.
Okay, never mind. We might need it.
Now Hertzeg is holding station 3.5 tenths out in front of Max Service.
Yeah, Andrew's really trying to make this outside lane work with the diamond, but he's not getting the diamond as much as he wants. He's only getting down to the middle. He's not like full diamonding it. He's half diamonding it at anything. But it looks like Max is really trying to make that middle line work now. It's pretty much staying even. It's not like really as much of Hertzeg is pulling away. It's more Max is just maintaining the gap. But like I said, I think the longer this run goes, I think Max is going to be able to have something for him here. He's definitely had the better long run car. But it's just the question is, can he get around the 39? The 39's been running this third lane the whole night. It's really hard to pass when you're the car on the inside unless you just full send it.
So Max now getting out to that bottom, starting to rotate that center a little bit more, and he's closed up on Hertzeg this time. And look at Max get this run. This is a huge run that Max has got on Zoltan, and Zoltan's got the run off, but Max is as close as he has been on this run.
Yeah, this is it. This is where this 81 starts to kick in. I mean, we're just coming up to about 20 laps on these tires. This is where he's going to start kicking. I'm telling you, this 81 is probably the better long-run cars that we've seen here all night. It's just the question, can Zoltan be able to hold them off? He's got what he wanted. He got the track position he needed to get in first, and now can he just fight off what he's been trying to get the whole night? '81 just sticks the bottom so well into both corners. Look how much he just eats up that 39 right here running that bottom.
Zoltan gets the advantage that time out of 4.
Man, this is a man I interviewed earlier, and he didn't really have a lot of confidence coming into this. Remember, he just didn't know the setup. He was trying to get... He didn't really take long runs with this car. He just tried really mock runs with it. So, it's really great to see how this 39 is performing tonight.
Now Zoltan's starting to really open up that gap once again. This is one of the larger margins Zoltan's had now on this run.
Yeah, if I'm Max, I might have to try something different. You can't just be running the same exact line as him. It's that 30 air is just going to keep making it to where Zoltan's going to have the advantage. If anything, he's got to go the opposite of where this 839 is going. Like right there, he takes the top. If I'm Max, I go to the bottom. Right there, he does it. Perfect. Just got to keep going opposite. As the 39 is about to scrape the wall. I don't know if he made contact. It was close, though. That 39 is really pushing hard.
So, we still to watch this, and I know that we've kept our eyes on this, but quite frankly, there's only 9 cars in the lead lap, and this is the battle for the lead. This is now also Max really sizing up Zoltan Hertzeg.
And Max is doing exactly what I told him to do. Run the exact same opposite line that the 39's are in. The 39 has a decent opening right there on the right front. I don't know if you can see it, Emerson. Right on top of the hood. He has a decent opening right there. I don't know if that's going to play any factor with the damage he might have had from scraping it. But here comes Max. He might be able to get to his corner here in the next lap or so because he's right there. I mean, he changed the gap again.
Oh, Max is now running that line. Max has got a nice diamond.
Even.
Side by side for the race lead. Max Service and Zoltan Hertzeg.
Gotta take care of it here, Max. Gotta just be able to get it off the corner. He's gonna clear him off the
exit.
exit.
He's got the diamond. He's not clear.
Wait one more corner.
But now
you have to sit it in here. Drive it in.
Hertzeg's got that outside though.
Now
Max
you gotta clear it. Now you gotta slide up. Now you just gotta slide up and hope it sticks.
Slide up.
Let him get the run. Make him go to the bottom. He hasn't been on the
Here he
bottom.
goes.
He's been able to do it. Now let's see how Zoltan does. I haven't really seen him make much passes on this. Max.
Oh, Max! Oh my goodness, Max just absolutely dominated that corner.
I'm telling you, that damage might be hurting that 39 a little bit.
That's probably why he's running that high side. That's probably the only lane he can run.
Yeah, you saw how tight he got off that bottom lane in 1 and 2. If that was perfect from Max just to slide up and protect it, so he couldn't run the top. I mean, you saw how much of a gap he did. So now if I'm Max, I'm just making sure he can't get to the top. You saw how bad he was on the bottom, so just protect the top at all times. Run your race, but when he gets close enough, you just got to take that top away from him and force him to go to the bottom, which is somewhere he's been uncomfortable running.
The next thing is, does Andrew St. Cour have anything for Zoltan Herzeg? What a story it'd be if Max Service and Andrew St. Cour could be first and second for the first time in Outlaws Sim Series history.
Oh, it'd be a hell of an interview, I'll tell you that much. But if I'm the 12, I'm studying what the 81 just did to get by the 39. I would get to the top, run the opposite line, get next to him, and then force him to run the bottom. I mean, you saw how uncomfortable he was running it.
I also want to say the only driver who's close on the lead lap to these guys is Jacob Reeves, and he's a second back of Andrew St. Cour. So this is the most important group of drivers on the track, and the closest group of drivers at that. The group of drivers we should keep our eyes on is this battle for the race lead.
Yeah, I will say I want to give a shout out to Jacob Reeves. I mean, that man has made a fan out of me from him. I mean, the amount of confidence he had in this race. I mean, just an outstanding night for that 22 car. I mean, he's definitely made a fan from me from how confident he is. I just love his confidence. I really want to see this 12 get up here with this 39 and see this happen. You got me interested in how this would end.
I want to see, I want to see that battle. I think St. Cour might have something. If he can get alongside. He just needs to get alongside, I think.
Now the difference is right there, the 39's not running the top. He went to the middle line there. So I don't know what's going on, if he's trying something different to maybe try to get around Max, but this is opening the 12 to possibly get around him. So he goes back to the top there, but I mean, he goes different here in 1 and 2 again. Andrew eats this up every time. See, Andrew even goes higher. Look how much he eats up doing it. He can't get off of it, the 39. He almost gets the wall right there coming off of 2.
Yeah, Zoltan's really trying to get something going on the outside, and St. Cour is just running his race now, rolling that bottom side.
Yeah, Max is doing exactly perfect. He's blocking a little bit of the air, not all of it, but he's basically keeping it to where his rear end spoiler is about.
Here comes Andrew trying the outside. Can he make something happen?
This is what he needs to do. He needs to just try to make this outside work in 1 and 2 because he knows he runs the outside in 3 and 4. If he can just stick it to where he gets the run off of 1 and 2 and then can just power it down in 3 and 4, he can be able to do it. Right here, you see the 39 got loose.
Sideways.
If I'm Andrew, go right back to the top here, 3rd lane. Definitely. You're going to be able to get closer.
You got a second gap to the car behind. Try something.
Yeah, I mean, they all 3 go middle right there. If I'm Andrew, he's got to do exactly what Max did before, just go to a different line. I mean, you know the 39 is going to go 3rd lane every time up at 3 and 4. You just got to do something different. I wish Andrew can hear me and just go to 3rd lane, man. Just go 3rd lane in 1 and 2. You know you can get it. No, don't go back to the middle.
Herzeg got the bottom there, trying to make something on Max. Now Herzeg's powering back up. Herzeg might have something.
Yeah, I think Max had a moment coming off of 2 or something. Herzeg got a great run off of 2, and that's surprising since how tight he got when Max was side by side with him. Herzeg is pushing. It's the wall.
Herzeg nearly caught the wall there.
If I'm Max, I gotta watch where this 39's going. He's getting way too close. You gotta just try to block him with the dirty air if anything. But Herzeg is diamonding the corner like the 12 of St. Cour did. Yeah, Herzeg's gonna have the run. He's gonna try to do it. Max, you gotta run the 3rd lane here if you're gonna have anything. Yep, goes right to the 3rd lane, blocks it. Perfect move from the 81. But the 39's been able. But Max is way uncomfortable. You see how much lower he was on the exit compared to the 39. The 39 was all the way up about maybe a half a lane higher. Now Max is just straight.
Even if you want to run that high side, everybody's avoiding that turn 1 bump on the high side.
Exactly. Everyone does not want to hit that unless you're forced down there. Back again, the 81 blocking the 39. This is perfect. Max just needs to keep doing this and be able to do fine. The 39 is getting way too uncomfortable now with the 81's dirty air blocking him.
Jacob Reeves is starting to reel these leaders in. I don't think he has anything for Max, but he might have something for a podium.
Yeah, he might. That's 77, who's not really a factor for the lead lappers, but he's in the middle between both of these two, so maybe, hopefully, the 77 will oblige and let 22, if he gets close enough, let him go to try to get the podium, but we'll see what happens. But it looks like Max is starting to pull a little bit more from Hertzeg. He's starting to using a little bit more of his rear view than his windshield for a little bit here. I think he's starting to protect a little bit more than him driving himself.
They started to gap Andrew St. Coeur.
Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Seth. Let him go.
Seth giving way to Reeves.
Move. Yeah. Good sportsmanship from the 77 there. Coming to 10 to go, Emerson.
Hertzeg, what is he gonna do? Did he save some time? Did he? The reason he lost the lead was he trying to preserve something, to have something to say in these final 10 laps.
He had a moment there. He had to back out of it in the middle.
He was really sideways there. Now Andrew, here comes Andrew St. Coeur.
Andrew, please, for the love of God, if you can hear me somehow, some way, shape, or form, go to the top in 1 and 2. You know he's not going to run the third lane. You can get there if you just run that third lane up there.
He's closed in there at the entry center. Can he keep it on the exit at the least?
That 39 is getting way too uncomfortable. Lap car with the leaders right here. The 16 is keeping the 81 out in the second lane.
Oh.
This might be an advantage for the 39 to get the run off the exit possibly.
And he's going to race the leader with less than 10 laps to go.
Oh, man, this is not what the 81 wants to see.
He is 4 laps down. Why is he doing this?
Oh, man. Well, thank goodness it didn't really affect much because the 39 is about the same gap.
So I'm all for lap cars racing for their positions, but nobody is on the same lap as him.
Oh,
He's not in position to get the lucky dog.
No.
Why is he racing the leaders with less than 10 laps to go?
I 100% agree with you, Emerson. Not the right call there from the 16 at all. I'm not a fan of that, really, to be honest. And now he's racing the 22. Oh, man. That's just... If I'm him, I just bail out. Yep, there he goes. He let the 22 by. Okay. Yeah. Like you said, it's not really a good move, you know, from your peers to be racing the leaders like that, but, you know.
He didn't break any rule, but that's just more common courtesy. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's just appreciation from the drivers, you know, at that standpoint. But, you know, it's rough. You may get some people that let you go. You may get some people that race you, so that's hard. But Max is still about the same distance with Hertzeg here, so let's see if he keeps holding them off. We're coming to 5 laps to go here at Iowa.
Now everybody's gravitated towards that outside lane. All the top 4.
Like glue up there. We put PJ1 down there? Did we not just get told that?
Max loves that bottom. He wants to gravitate down there. Hertzeg nearly in the wall.
I saw that coming. Hertzeg is just trying all he can right now to try to get the power down to maybe get some more out of it, but Max is just way too comfortable running that middle. That middle is just bread and butter right there in 1 and 2.
St. Coeur under attack now from Reeves.
If I'm Reeves here, you just gotta hopefully maybe be on his door here. You come into 3 and 4, then maybe put the power down to complete the pass. But the 12 gets a better run.
Clears on the entry. Reeves gonna have to power it in to try to stay with, and they're closing on Hertzeg. 3 laps to go. Hertzeg sideways.
This is the difference between the 81 and the 39. The 39 is better in 3 and 4. The 81 is so much better in 1 and 2.
And now what's the 39 gonna do?
Second. Oh boy, this is gonna get antsy.
Oh,
this is perfect. This one, Max is gone. He's 6 seconds back, or 6/10 back now.
Now Hertzeg's gonna hold up St. Coeur. That's gonna allow Reeves to get on by.
Oh man, the 12 about put the bumper to the 39. I think he's getting fed up. Yep, St. Coeur is about fed up with it. I think he almost just sent it in there on the 39.
Oh, he hits that turn 1 bump. Oh, and he's sideways.
It's loose. Regather it.
Just finish it off, man.
Yep. You had a great run. Just keep doing what you can. Nope, he's going to hit the... Oh, no, I don't think he hit it.
But anyway, there's 1 lap to go. White flag in the air presented by Whiplash Sim Cams. Max Service now has a 0.6 of a second advantage. Jacob Reeves powers it up to second. He is cleared of Zoltan Herczeg, but that's not gonna matter. There is a new points leader in town, and he's got 3 wins, the most in his Outlaws Sim Series career in a single season. Max Service is a winner again at Iowa.
What a race.
Jacob Reeves second, Zoltan Herczeg third, Andrew St. Cour in fourth. Brad Bothwell will round out the top 5.
I can't believe how good of a race that was between the top 4, all being clean, respectful, and how tight of racing that was. I mean, Max Service had the better long run car the whole night. Zoltan Herczeg definitely had a little bit of competition for him between him, Jacob Reeves, and Andrew St. Cour, but it's the 81 machine yet again. 3 wins on the season, the most of his Outlaw Sim Series career on the season, burning it down here in Iowa.
Well deserved. 381 of Max Service. For the story, I really wanted him and his stepdad to get the top 2. That would be quite the story. I think we're still going to go ahead and interview Andrew St. Cour in post-race.
Oh, we have to. You know we have to.
Well, we still have to take to our Stage 2 winner, so we still have to.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Nonetheless, Max Service, 3rd win on the Outlaw Sim Series season, the new point leader. And doing the math real quick, that is his 6th Outlaws Sim Series victory. Starting to get up there with Greg Holt.
Yeah, doubled his wins just in one season. What a season for this 81 machine, man. Definitely putting a stamp that he's definitely a championship contender this year.
No doubt. So we think back to season 1. He won the 2nd race of the season. That was at the Legacy Phoenix Oval. He won the 5th race of the season in season 1. That was at the Legacy Texas Oval. And he won on a drought. He went on about a 41 race winless streak. He missed a couple races in season 2 due to appendicitis. He was out for a couple weeks. Did not have the strength to race. And then season 2, he got 1 win on an overtime restart at Pocono. But he has absolutely lit it up this season. Season 3, he's taken almost half the wins. He's taken 3 of the 8 races. The point leader. And Max Service is quickly becoming a force to be reckoned with these next-gen vehicles in this Outlaw Sim Series.
And now I'm going to Vegas to put my money on the 81 win the championship. I mean, just like you said, Emerson, I mean, the man's been on a roll. Consistent finishes, good wins, competitive wins, none to say the least, but I mean, just an amazing season so far from the 81.
It has been quite the amazing season. Max, how about it? 86 laps led, your 3rd win on the season, the most of your Outlaw Sim Series career, your 6th win in the Outlaw Sim Series. How does it feel, man?
It feels really good. I don't know if we were quite the best car all day long, but I'll take this one. The car was really good. I think Zoltan was a little bit better than we were, but especially on the right rear, just killing those all day. But we got one. It feels great.
Oh, I think. I mean, that was a brilliant race. You had to duke it out with Greg Holt and then Zoltan Herczeg, and Zoltan really had your number when it came to closing the gap on you. Just didn't have anything to get around you. We saw you kind of moved up to that outside lane to kind of take away the line he was running. How did you feel up there, since that wasn't really your lane of choice?
Quite honestly, I was cool with whatever in 3 and 4. The car was really good down there. Wicked loose entering turn 1. Almost as loose as we were in Indianapolis. It's almost like we keep unloading with really fast cars that are good in dirty air, but they are absolute hot garbage out front. They just don't like clean air, so It was so loose in 1 and 2 that he'd just get such a run on me there and gain all his time, and then 3 and 4 I'd pull him back. But the seams up there, there's the top seam, and I was running. That's where he was running, and I ran a seam a little bit lower. And when I'd cross that seam, the car would just step right out on me. It was just trying to hang on to it, really, just to keep the lead, really.
So there was a point there in the middle of the race. Your stepdad won stage 2, and you had to go up there and take the lead away from him. You almost made contact with him too, but how cool was that to racing him side by side for the race lead, just you and him, and it getting that close? Was there anything shouted across the house? How was that?
There was nothing. We actually made a little bit of contact. My car got real tight off turn 4. It hadn't done that all race long. It had been really kind of free there, but it got real tight. I made a little contact, kind of clearing myself. But there, I didn't want to clear myself. I didn't think I was clear, but the car decided it just kind of wanted to clear. But it's really cool. I'm glad he finished 4th. I was kind of rooting for him to maybe steal 2nd from Sultan a little bit there.
Oh, we were too for the story. How cool would that have been? That would be the first time in an Outlaws race that you two would have been 1st and 2nd. Definitely, we still want an interview with him if you can wrangle him back for us. But
I'll see what I can do.
Nonetheless, that was a phenomenal race. You now look at the point lead, heading into Talladega and Bristol Dirt, 2 absolute wild cards. Now that you have this point lead, how do you feel setting yourself up for the long haul of this regular season? And do you think you can maintain it?
I mean, we'll see if I can maintain it. Almost, despite missing a race in season 1, I almost won the regular season championship. But I mean, we'll see what we can do. I mean, Talladega's a wild card, but I love it to death. So we'll have fun there. And then the rest of the season, we'll see what happens. I mean, if we keep unloading with these really, really fast Swift racing cars, we'll be real good.
Sure enough. I know us 3 talked about something. If you were able to get this done, are you gonna do it for us?
I know we talked about something, but I don't. Oh wait, no, I do remember. But first of all, we've got the water bottle here.
Oh no.
That everybody loves, and
define everybody.
Nobody. We'll give a wow. I won't give it right away. But I wanna shout out the Murdoch family. They're watching at home. I think my phone's been blowing up a little bit from that.
Well, you put on a fantastic show for them. Congratulations on the win, Max. Your 6th Outlaws Sim Series win. Your 3rd on the season. And there's a new point leader in town, Max. And that's you, buddy. Congratulations. Go celebrate. And best luck to you next week.
Thanks, guys. If you want to keep bringing Ed back as my good luck charm, I would really appreciate that.
Oh, gosh,
every time Ed commentates, this guy's in victory lane. How about it?
All right, Dev, come back. I need you better, buddy.
2 for 2.
All right, we'll be seeing you, man.
Thank you.
And that was race winner Max Service. Don't you go anywhere. We have more post-race coverage on the far side of this break, but we got to take a breather. We'll be right back on the far side. Don't go anywhere.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Iowa Speedway. We're now to post-race coverage of the Outlaws Sim Series round number 8 from the Iowa Speedway. Noon, Iowa did not disappoint tonight. Max Service got his third Outlaws Sim Series victory of the season, his 6th career win in the Outlaws Sim Series. It was a fantastic show, but it was not without a wild race behind. I want to talk to this guy, the driver of the number 22, Jacob Reeves, who snatched second place away from a dominant Zoltan Herczeg. Jacob Reeves, how about it? How'd you do it?
We got right there on that last run, and the only thing I just kept sitting there saying was just save tires, save tires, save tires, because I was real bumpy and wore out, and you can wear your tires out pretty bad. And it got to about 20 to go, and I said, all right, let's go. And whatever happens, happens. I mean, I didn't want to screw myself out of a 4th place finish if that was all I was going to be dealt, but I wanted to try to go up there and try to go for it. And lap traffic probably had a little bit to play with it. We had a lot of lap traffic tonight, and once I got past the 12, and then I saw him at the wall behind me, I was like, all right, well, I got 3rd, and let's try to go for 2nd. And then I got around him, and I just looked down, and I said, I ain't got enough laps. And I think I probably could have caught him if we had about 5 more laps. I probably could have caught Max, but I mean, it was a good race, good win to Max, well deserved. But I'm just happy to finally finish the race and actually get some points and finish up top.
Yeah, certainly a post-race interview, Jacob. Again, at a tough, little track here at Iowa. It's gonna be great. But now we look forward. You got Talladega coming up, a wild card, but a potential to turn a season around. How do you feel about your chances next week?
Well, I know at the beginning of the season I was looking forward to Talladega. I was looking forward to Atlanta, and Talladega is one of those tracks that's real near and dear to my heart. And because me and my dad's been going there for so many years, watching race after race after race after race, and that track's like my second home, more or less. So I got a pretty good strategy. I don't want to give it out to all the other drivers because they'll be trying to pull my strategy. But I mean, I got a pretty good strategy. I think it might work out for me, and I can't wait. I can't wait. But we'll worry about Talladega when Talladega rolls around. We're gonna savor this 2nd place finish because we needed it, and this right here turned this season around, I hope, for us, and give us some momentum going into next week.
Certainly. Well, Jacob, congratulations again on that 2nd place finish. A well-deserved hard charge through the field. And yeah, go celebrate it hard, as you said. Best luck to you next week at Talladega. Bristol Dirt coming up, a bunch of wild cards. And yeah, hopefully we're talking to you here in these upcoming weeks, man.
Yep, appreciate it. And first and foremost, I'd like to thank good Lord up above for giving me the talent and giving me the ability to be able to do this. And thanks to my family, and thanks to my sponsors, Elite Performance Industries, and all my sponsors on my car, and everybody that puts this together every week. And once again, thank y'all for broadcasting. We're able to showcase our talents across the World Wide Web for everybody to see. So I appreciate y'all streaming it.
Absolutely. Well, That is second place finisher Jacob Reeves. Again, brought home that 22 in basically one piece at a really carnage-filled race. Ed, who do you want to take up next? 71 or the 88?
Let's bring up Joseph Causey. Why not?
All right, well, the 88 of Joseph Causey, he'll be heading your way, Ed.
Hey, Cause, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Well, tonight didn't really pan out to I think how you wanted to, but you had a good starting spot. Ended up finishing, I believe, in around 6th place. So definitely a night I think you probably thought you had higher expectations for. But tell us about how your night went.
Man, after I had cooked the tires there for a little bit, I decided to go drifting while everybody was good driving straight. You know, that put me a lap down. So, and when I was hoping for another caution after that, that just didn't happen. So, I mean, to come away with 6, I'll take what I got. It was a pretty good race. Come away with no incidents, then have no incidents with nobody. So, hey, pretty good night, I think. Pretty good, should be with the, with the stages as well. I think I got 9th or 2nd on one, and I don't know about the other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got good stage points the whole night. I'm pretty sure I had to go back and look. But, yeah, we saw you a couple times getting dirt tracking sideways, so, you think there was anything you could have done different, like maybe not push it as far as you thought, or you think running the top or the middle and maybe more running the bottom could have helped you in any sort of fashion?
Man, I don't know. So I changed a little something different in the setup than probably what any of our team had, so that caused me to be a little bit looser than what I think I wanted to be, and then especially after that run, I remember the first time when I got behind St. Cour and I got loose behind them. Right at that time, freaking, I almost cleaned them if I didn't try to slide myself out of it like I did. So, hey, I'll take what I got. We're going on to Talladega. Anybody can win that one. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I know you just mentioned it. I mean, we're going to Talladega next week. I mean, I know that 88 has a lot of famous history there. I mean, you think you could do the same thing like Dale Jr. did and go in that playhouse and make it your own?
We'll see. The officials are going to be there this week, so we will see. We'll have a couple of my guys from Frontline. They'll be working on something, so I'll be able to snag something pretty decent from them. So we will see.
Well, bud, congratulations on the top 10 and all the stage points tonight. And, yeah, have a great rest of your night, bud.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
That was 6th place finisher, driver of the number 88, Joseph Causey. And go ahead and bring on up the other driver. Ed, you want to interview driver of number 71, Jeremiah Stutzman, headed your way, Ed.
Jeremiah, it's up in the booth. You got us, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Alright, man. Well, I know it's not the night you wanted. You got stuck a lap down at the unfortunate timing and then got involved in that one wreck with the, I believe it was the 44 and the 82. So, other than that, tell us about how your night went.
It was going great until I green flag pit stop. And I think I was going to cycle around to the lead, but I don't know if I could have held them off. But we were doing what we needed to do and got collected there. Again, seemed to be a theme this season.
Yeah, you mentioned it. It was just unfortunate circumstances for you and the 71 crew this season. Now, me and Emerson, we always look at you during all these runs with the green flag stops and everything, and we were like, we bet the 71 in some way, shape, or form is going to try to pull a two-tire stop and try to leapfrog these guys ahead, because we thought, because you were running the bottom more than anybody else we've seen in front of the leaders, that you were going to be able to do that. You think maybe if you played your strategy a little bit more different, you would have been able to have a better outcome?
I don't think so. My car really needed 4 tires. I think it would have really been a short-term gain and hope for a caution, but I didn't really think it would worth giving up the track position for.
Well, we're on to next week with Talladega. I know it's always a circumstances of who's going to do what, and anybody can possibly win. How do you feel about your chances going into Talladega next week?
I think they're pretty good. I like the plate tracks. I have a lot of fun. Some people hate them. I just got to stay away from certain drivers and just get to the end.
Well, it sounds like you already have a list of people you want to stay away from, and knowing how that knowing how that 71 car looks with the Joey Logano look, I think you might be the Mr. Aggressor out there. So we'll see how you pan out Talladega, bud.
All right, thank you, and thank y'all for the interview. I didn't know 10th place could get interviewed.
Decided to just pick up what we can. So yeah. All right, Jeremiah. Yeah, best luck to you. We'll talk to you. Hopefully, we're talking to you in the coming weeks, man.
All right, thank you again.
Driver of the number 71, Jeremiah Stutzman. Yeah,
Fans already got a list out for people already for next week.
You know, he's ran every single Outlaw Sim Series plate race, and a lot of these drivers have as well. And I think he's studied enough. He's seen enough. We've seen who's kind of around the area where these big wrecks always kind of tend to happen. I think he understands. Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard. I think some people might have to. They want that same list. Just go back and watch some old broadcasts. It won't take too long. No, but nonetheless, I am ready. Again, these NextGen cars, they're different. They're so much. They drive so much differently than the Gen 6 cars. They're so much more fun at those plate tracks. But fun could also lead to wrecks.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Lots of chaos. But it's like you said, it's just a hell of a show. I mean, every race I broadcasted so far with you and watching from the taking pictures and everything, I mean, it's just such a show.
So, meant to go through race results before we took our break, but let's go ahead and go through them now. Max Service with the race win. He led 86 laps today, and again, just put himself right place at the right time and put himself in the right lane at the right time to defend. Jacob Reeves steals second place away from Zoltan Hertzeg, who comes on third. Andrew St. Cour, our Stage 2 winner, did not try to rejoin us for a interview here, but that is our Stage 2 winner. We'll try to maybe get him in pre-race next week. As we start to ask him, how did he get that Stage 2 victory? Brad Bothwell comes home in 5th, Joseph Kazi 6th, Doug Solms an impressive 7th place finish, and Joseph Fogg, last car in the lead lap in 8th, also pretty impressive for that 37 to keep that thing going in the right direction in one piece. Scott Bailey comes home in 9th, 1 lap down, and Jeremiah Stutzman in 10th, the last car, 1 lap down, Ed.
Yeah, in 11th, we have Daniel Molnix. Not the start to his Outlaws career he's hoping for. 2 weeks, 2 wrecks, and not really great finishes for the 44 team, but hopefully he'll turn around it sooner or later. 12th place, 63 of Randall Barnett. 13th, the 16th of Eric Peck. 14th, everyone's fan favorite, Seth Berger, with the unfortunate night tonight that he was not looking for. Also another fan favorite, 15th, Adrian Schumacher, with not the night he was also looking for. 16th, Nathan Aldridge. 17th, our race control admin and big helper around here, Adam Gardner. 18th, last week's huge flip did not turn out to bring any good luck for him in Iowa tonight. So 18th is Kevin Thompson. 19th, Derek McMurtry, who had a really great showing all night tonight, and unfortunately had the disconnection with all the wrecks he had in the end. And then 20th, Greg Holt, who everyone thought was the fan favorite tonight, with getting the pole and leading them about almost close to a lot of laps, and takes it home in 20th.
And then we still have to finish off Heartbreakers row here. Jason Miz, 21st, 76 laps down. Julio Villalobos. He was up there for a bit, was contacted by Greg Holt. That's not what ended his day, but that's the last we saw of him at the front of the field. 22nd, 122 laps down for car 45. It'll be 23rd for car number 2, 123 laps down. The 33 of James Gillier will be 24th, 130 laps down. Devin Smith, 25th, 145 down. Robert Gianni, 26th, 147 down. Matthew Setzer in 27th, 150 down. Joshua Stroud, 28th, 162 laps down. Andrew Schroeder, 29th, 164 laps down. And Matt Rogers rounds up the top 30, 165 laps down. John Mickey classified in last, 189 laps off the pace. Well, Ed, I'm glad you were able to join me once again for another Outlaws Sim Series show here tonight, the Iowa Speedway. a fantastic show. We had the Rex and the Carnage of short track racing, and we had amazing side-by-side battles. How would you sum up your night, man?
I mean, it was everything I was hoping for. I mean, again, thanks for allowing me to come up here in the booth and broadcast an amazing race with you. It's always a pleasure working with one of my best friends, and, you know, it's just an amazing showing working with Pit Stop TV. I mean, every single one of these people just do an amazing job with the production, and all the men and women and whoever else just brings all the hard work that they have to make us be able to put on these amazing shows. I mean, the Outlaws Sim Series did not disappoint tonight in Iowa. I mean, the last time I broadcast with you was Indy with the spectacular show, and again, another spectacular show with Iowa. But maybe I have to take a break for a little bit because I think Max is having a little bit too much good luck with me up here. But other than that, it's been fantastic, and I've had such a great time doing this.
Certainly. We'll see what Max is able to do. If he wins next week at Talladega, man, I don't know what to tell you. But we still have a lot of racing here on Pit Stop TV before we even get to Talladega. Coming up tomorrow afternoon, British Sim Racers Touring Cars. They're in Northern California. They're out in wine country, Sonoma, California. Sonoma Raceway hosts British Sim Racers Touring Cars. 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. across the pond in the United Kingdom. You won't want to miss it. Then tomorrow night, North American Racing League has their GT3 series taking to Circuit Zolder. Fantastic high-speed track, tight chicanes. I love Zolder so much. I can't wait to see how those GT3 cars duke it out at Circuit Zolder. And then Sunday night, we're back with the MPI Cup Series. They're on the dirt at Bristol. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday night. You won't want to miss it. That's going to be a fantastic show. That we're going to be covering that as well.
I mean, yeah, you said it better. I mean, what can you picture better on Easter Sunday? A dirt race and candy. Anything better than that? We have to make an argument about it. I mean, it's the best thing that we can do. I mean, like you said, we're all going to be there. It's going to be a hell of a spectacle. I'm excited to be there personally to watch it happen. I mean, I've seen all the MPI races. They've been fantastic so far. Really, really looking forward to being there to watch that race.
Certainly. Coming up still, Tuesday night, doubleheader once again. British Sim Racers MX-5s, their Trophy Tuesdays, wrapping up at Road America Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern here in the States, 8 p.m. Across the pond in the UK. And then Tuesday night, North American Racing League has their Porsche Cup Series, tackling Austria's Red Bull Ring. Again, we just had the GT3 series there. The Red Bull Ring was a fantastic course for those sports cars. Can't wait to see how those P-Cup cars take to it. And then next Wednesday night, we're at the bad, fast Talladega Super Speedway for the Outlaws Sim Series round number 9 on the season. Cannot wait. I did at the beginning of the show, but I also do want to shout out once again Andrew Cardinale IV and Caleb Gladney, who tackled IORL Indy Cars at Michigan alongside us. Their broadcast just ended a few minutes ago, so we're going to be getting off the air roughly around the same time, but we did start at the same time, and I'll have to check what happened in that race necessarily to see how it all went, but I'm going to go rewatch it because Indy Cars in Michigan sounds like a blast. But once again, shout out to Andrew Cardinale IV, Caleb Gladney, holding down the other Midwestern U.S. show that we were tackling tonight here on Pit Stop TV. Speaking of which, all of that was happening. Both broadcasts were happening all across our social media outlets. Facebook.com/Pit Stop TV. Instagram at Pit_Stop_TV. Twitter at Pit Stop TV _ our YouTube channel at youtube.com/C/Pit Stop TV1, and our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Pit_Stop_TV is where all that was where we covered everything tonight. But with that being said, Ed, final thoughts on tonight and then heading into Talladega, which I believe you'll be back out and about taking pictures of. Should be a fun race next week. What are you thinking next week?
I'm excited. I mean, what we got tonight, are you kidding me? Short track right into one of the bigger and badder super speedways. I mean, you can't ask for a better schedule, man. This is going to be amazing. I mean, I would love to see more chaos, but I would also love to see some good racing. I want to see some 4-wide out there in Talladega, but we got some good 3-wide action here tonight. We had high lanes, we had low lanes, we had the middle lane working, we had pit strategy, we had multiple cars laps down. I mean, we had everything we asked for here tonight, and I just can't wait to go to Alabama and Talladega next week.
Well, that'll do it from Iowa. We're happy to have you all here and tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all at Pit Stop TV, Ed Shearer beside me on the mic this evening. Again, shout out to Andrew Cardinal 804 from Caleb Gladney, who tackled IRL Indy cars at Michigan. I am Emerson Arden. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again tomorrow afternoon for British Sim Racers Towing Cars from Sonoma, or next Wednesday night for Outlaws Sim Series action from Talladega. Good night, everyone.